Welcome to football. It is Warriors right here on the Warrior Sports Network, which includes the Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online, Wahoo Radio, 99.3 FM KWAB, and BSDN Live. Well, we have a new season. We have a lot going on, and we're bringing in some new voices, making sure that we have you covered in so many ways. Eventually, we'll have some students running the background, but we have doing call of game tonight is Michael Reed, John Herrera with commentary as well. You recognize his voice. I'm Kelly Johnson. Gentlemen, welcome. It's kicking off football Warrior style. It's a great day to be a Warrior, isn't it?
Yeah, exciting stuff. Thanks, Kelly, and I appreciate you having the courage to put me on the radio. This is going to be a lot of fun, though. You know, Wahoo has a rich tradition, several years of just being a huge impact on Class C1. Obviously, coming back as the defending state champs, that holds a lot of team members from that state squad coming back this year. And so I know there's a lot of optimism about this year's season. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch the Wahoo Warriors as the voice of the Warriors this year. So thanks, Kelly.
So, John, you see these kids all day long, every day. So what has been the feel coming up to this point?
They're excited to go. They are they're ready to go. I mean, they're fired up. They've been practicing. It's been hot. They've had to practice in the morning. They've had to
well, let's go. Actually, we have the national anthem going to be sung here. Let's listen in.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, excellent.
there we go. What better way to start the season off, huh?
And now we continue to have the colors come off the field as, wow, just a fantastic, beautiful display that they do every time, every game. So we'll take a moment for that here. All right, and now we do want to say again thank you to all the sponsors and the Wahoo Warrior Athletic Booster Club for putting things together so we can broadcast. Tonight's game sponsor is JEO. We also want to say thank you to Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Wahoops, Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon's Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro Marsh MMA, Titles, Doan, Ambassador Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, and John and Michael and Michelle Vibrell family. Again, sponsors are what keep us going. If you have a question about how to be a part of that, you can certainly contact the Athletic Booster Club for the Wahoo Warriors, or if you're just not sure how to get a hold of them, you can always contact Mr. Barry, the Activities Director for Wahoo Public Schools. So, gentlemen, as we were getting ready, a big game, big kickoff, always a tradition to have the Nebraska City play, but let's talk about the players really quick.
Yeah, I mean it's been a great start to the school year. We got the new building up and running. Everything's working out okay there, and the kids are fired up. They've been beating on each other for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and they're ready to go find some other kind of guys to tackle. And so tonight's going to be a great night. I mean, where else would you rather be than a Friday night football stadium in Nebraska? Defending state champs, taking on Nebraska City coming up. We've got there's a lot of returning starters, but at the same time, Michael, there's a lot of question marks as to who's going to step up and replace a big senior class that was a really important group last year. We had pretty much almost a new offensive line. A lot of guys lettered, a lot of guys contributed, but the starters graduated. We had linebackers that graduated and some backs, but the key cogs, the playmakers, are all back. They were all juniors last year. The quarterback, the receivers, the running backs, they're all back. And so who's going to step up tonight, establish that depth? Who are the new names you're going to hear about that are going to be the playmakers this year to replace, all those guys that graduated? Your Jake Scanlons and Eli Emerson type guys, those big playmakers last year as seniors. Caden Smart, Braylon Iverson made a lot of plays last year. Somebody's going to have to take the helm this year. Next man up. And they're excited to jump out there and grab the reins. Yeah,
and you got a great point, John. I mean, schools like Wahoo, you hear about them every year, always making their mark in the playoffs, whatever sport it may be. Got that reload mentality, and I think that's what we're going to see. But the one thing that you mentioned there is that it's a pretty much brand new offensive line. So last year, Wahoo blew everybody out in the playoffs. It wasn't even close. None of those games. They were at or over 50 points every single one of those games. However, your skill positions have to be protected. And so it's going to be a big test tonight for that offensive line to make sure that the quarterback, the running back are able to get out and do what they want to do. That's how they're going to be able to make those points. So we'll see if the offensive line is going to be up to that challenge tonight.
Yeah, All-Staters all over the place last year. I think they had 7 All-Staters on the team last year and a bunch of linemen. And when Kip Brigham, you're going to see tonight, Michael, he is a burner. He is track fast, and he's full speed acceleration in one step. If he can get some creases, he's gone. So last year they were able to open up lots of holes for him. This year we've got a guy running B-back or fullback in front of him, which is probably the alpha male on the team. Harrison Krieger is an absolute man. And so for somebody to defend our running game, if we can open up a crease and you got Harry coming through there with Kip behind him, that's the thing I'm excited to see tonight. How will that offensive prowess that we had last year, will we still be that prolific and powerful? And then it's always a question is, can we stop the other guy? So Coach Iverson's been doing it a long time, and I'm sure the defense will play well tonight.
Having a big boy as fullback to lead the way for the running back certainly is a big commodity to have, and Wahoo's got it. So the ball is on the tee. We're about to kick off the 2025 football season. Jaden Pearson puts a foot into it, and Wahoo's got the ball. Moving across is Landon Fye. He's got the 25-yard line before he's brought out of bounds. And that is where Wahoo will begin their first campaign of the 2025 season.
Yeah. Brought out of bounds by Harrison Krieger. We're probably going to say his name a lot tonight, especially on defense. He's going to be a playmaker. He's got his twin brother, Jack, right next to him there at the linebacking core. And Coach Iverson's going to move a lot of people around. You'll see what looks like a 3-man front, what looks like a 4-man front or a 5-man front, but it's all based out of a formation, a skeleton that they've perfected over a lot of years.
All right, and the handoff will go to
Adam
Howard.
It.
The ball is already
moly.
On the ground. First play of the game.
Logan Kelly with the
for
recovery
Nebraska
there.
City. and it is a turnover, so a very short field for Wahoo in their first campaign of the ball game. Excellent work on defense.
Looked like maybe the big boy, Carter, got through there. There was some penetration right away. They ran a little zone read right there and knocked the ball out, and there's Logan right there. Walked up at safety.
Well, and sometimes getting the ball to start the game can be a great thing, but in other times, like Nebraska City just found out, it is going to make it very difficult for them now to stop the offensive juggernaut that is the Wahoo Warriors. So back in the shotgun formation is Jace Kaminsky. He'll get the snap. It is a handoff around the right side, and that is Kip Brigham with his first carry of the year. Looks like he's down to around the 10-yard line, so about a 5-yard gain. Well, closer to 7, I guess. A little bit closer up there, so they put it right on the 10-yard line. So
chugging away.
Second and short.
Sometimes it's 3 yards on a cloud of dust. Sometimes it's
got
a big gain.
Bunched up over there on the right side. Otherwise, he might have found a little more wiggle room. But going in motion now is Calvin Baps towards the middle of the field. Back looking to pass is Kaminsky and nearly picked off. That one just falls out of the hands of, I believe, a Cash Hoy. Was he the defender down there?
Yeah, it looked
Cash
like he
Hoy was dove for it.
Looking for Eli Shada right there at the goal line on a rollout to Jace's left. And Jace is a patient thrower. You'll see that he's not the guy who's going to make an irrational decision just because it's getting late in the play. He's either going to throw it away or he'll tuck it up and get a few yards.
Well, and it was more of a good defensive play that time by Hoy than it was a bad pass.
He had a nice break on the ball there.
Kaminsky back, quick pass this time. That one will go out to Brigham, and
That's
Brigham
easy.
has some room into the end zone. And Wahoo is on the board for the first time this season with 10:58 left to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 Warriors as Brigham takes the quick toss and catch into the end zone. 10-yard play.
Yeah, threw it out there out to the trip set, and we had numbers out there. There's 2 defenders, and if you leave 5 yards between you and Kip, it's probably not going to work out too well because he's going to make a move or he's going to accelerate, and he'll lower his shoulder too, and then it's all over.
Kick is up, and it is
Make a call, boys.
not sure. Nope, they're going to say no good. It looked like it was veering off to the left. Kane Harm misses the extra point, so 6-0 is where we will stay with 10:58 left to go in the first quarter here. In the season opener for both teams, it is Wahoo on top.
All right, and that is on the Wahoo Sports Network. Thank you, gentlemen, and we do want to take a moment here as they get reset for the kickoff. Say thank you to sponsors like JEO Consulting, Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Wahoops, Rivalry, UBT, Tire Path Advisors, Simon's Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro, MMA, Titles, Doan, Berkshire Hathaway Home Stores, Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, John and Michael Vibral Family. Back to the call of game with Michael and John.
Thanks, Kelly. Beautiful night here tonight, too, John. Hardly any wind to speak of. The flags just kind of lazily flopping over there, and just a beautiful night in the upper 70s. Couldn't ask for a better way to start off the football season.
It is. It looked like for a while we might get a little wet tonight, a little sprinkle in the air after school there, but it seems to have died down, and, yeah, it's a perfect night for football.
Kane Har ready to put a foot in it for technically the third time here tonight. Up in the air and drops near the 15-yard line into the hands of Noah Dunn, Boston Harker, the ball carrier, and he's going to cross the 25, 30-yard line before he's brought down. Hard takedown, too. It took him a minute to get back up. Actually, it looks like that was Julian Rodriguez that was.
Yeah, we had a little issue with one of our lanes on the kickoff coverage over here. And
that's one of our guys down there.
Yeah, it looks
Grady
like
Meyer.
Grady Meyer is down. He's kind of sitting down on the ground. He was shaking up a little bit.
Tried to get back up, but unfortunately.
Yeah, not doing well, and Rachel's out there to take a look at him and see what we got going on. Grady's another one of that class of returning players that have been a part of so many good teams.
And looks like she's going to be able to help him up. And with just a little assistance, there he goes. Looks like he's walking off. So maybe just got a knee into the thigh or something. You never know when you get all kind of tangled up on the kickoff return. So that's
and we
good
did
to see
get
him
a
go.
pretty good dousing. So the rain, it's got to be a little slick out there. So
you're
footing
right.
could
Yeah,
throw
the
off a
footing
bit.
could be a little off here.
That natural grass, So here we go. First down and 10 from the 34-yard line. 10:52 to go here in the first quarter. Nebraska City with the football. Back in the shotgun formation, Landon Ferguson. And it's going to be a handoff up the left side. Good run. That time by Nebraska City. Close to a first down, maybe about a yard shy.
Yeah, hard running. They just found a seam there, just running a straight dive play right off the center.
Is that Oscar Gonzalez? Or excuse me. Missed the ball carrier that time.
And teams are going to see that we're in a three-man front, and they're going to think, well, let's just run the ball. And a year ago, it was really tough because our front three was so stout. But we got some new guys up there, some new linebackers. And there we go. There's a nice short gain, even though he got the first.
Close, right at the line, though.
Held him to a couple of yards. That first down, if you can hold a team to short yardage on first down, it makes such a difference because that was an easy line to gain right there.
Yeah, just a quick pitch out to Cash Hoy. And he does have the first down. 1st and 10 now. The tip of the football on the 45-yard line, still in Nebraska City territory. Clock moving under 10 minutes now. 6-0 as the Warriors score on their first possession of the game on a short field after the fumble recovery. And now going in motion is James Fairbanks. And it's going to be a pass up the middle, in and out of the hands of Boston Harker. And that one just a little bit too tall of the mark. He put pretty much all of that frame he could get up there, but just not enough through his fingertips and falls harmlessly to the turf. 2nd down.
Yeah, defended by Harry over there. Harry dropped back in the hook curl, and I know when those guys see that it's a pass, their eyes are going to light up because there's a lot of ball hawks in our defensive
Start hearing some of those footsteps. You got a big guy like that coming after you. It's a little harder to bring that ball
I wouldn't
in.
want to take a shot by Harry coming across the middle.
Receiver out to either side. It's Harker going in motion. Pass is to the left side. It's complete across the 45 near midfield as Landon Ferguson will complete it. Looks like it was
about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah.
James Fairbanks on the catch.
Now we got a big 3rd down right here. Let's see if we can establish this defense and
moving in quick.
Going tempo right up the middle.
Quick handoff and
bring him down.
Good thought, but does not work, and it will bring up 4th down and about 2 or 3 yards as they tried to catch Wahoo napping that time and didn't work. The guys got up there quickly.
Definitely going to keep the
up.
defense on the field now because it's 4th and short. They're on their side of the 50, and what do they got to lose?
Well, that's what
There's
what
no
you say.
reason for them to punt. Who cares? Let's just go for
Nebraska City, really, they're just here to try to make as much noise as they can.
Yeah,
so they're going to be make or break it all night, you would think.
Yeah, they're going to need to make 3-yard plays if they want to. They want to win this deal, so they're coming out and they're going after it.
Here we are just into Wahoo territory. Ball at the 48-yard line. 4th down and 3 yards to go. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Harker with it and nothing doing as a swarm of Warriors takes him to the ground, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Ball back to Wahoo.
We got Hugo over there. We had
everybody
we had
on
Jack
the team
Krieger in there.
essentially.
Logan Kelly was in there. Yeah, half the defense was in on that, and that was they caught him right at the line of scrimmage and even pushed him back a little bit. So
kind of difficult to even make a choice in that because you could try to do some sort of play action too, but as quickly as they were able to breach that line of scrimmage, there just wasn't a whole lot of time to do anything.
No time there for that. Yep.
So Wahoo back with the football. Ball on the 49-yard line on their side of the field. 8:28 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 Warriors as they set on their 2nd offensive effort of the game, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Brigham, and Brigham is going to be awful close to that 1st-yard line. One of the Nebraska City guys lost their helmet out there on his Maynard Gonzalez. So
he'll have to come off for a play.
Yeah, for just a play. But yeah, a lot of yardage on that 1st down, and that's how you get success as a football team. Huge chunks of yardage on 1st down as they're looking at a 2nd down and about 2.
Yeah, keep the sticks moving. Physical run game, that's the recipe.
Shotgun snap. And on the move is
Nice
Kaminsky.
throw.
Kaminsky's got a man open on the left side, and it is complete. Guess who?
Cal Babs.
Oh, Cal Babst out there this time.
Cal Babs, they use a lot of receivers in this set, and Cal Babs was a guy that was emerging as a playmaker at the end of the year last year, and they've got a lot of dudes to throw the ball to, and they run in different receivers almost every single play, and depending on the formation, they'll bring guys in as well.
Well, and so far, too, the offensive line holding up nicely. Kaminsky getting lots of time to throw these passes.
Oh.
Going in motion is Harrison Krieger, and flags are going to fly as
Yeah, we moved on that one.
somebody moving a little bit early. So false start will
Somebody up front.
set it back
Twitched on
5
that
yards.
They do. That's another thing when you got a lot of new guys. You got to get used to these linemen. Got to get used to the cadence. They
That's
got to
right.
get used to the timing, because Coach Fox will run motion all the time. And when he runs motion, especially early in the game, all the coaches are watching the coverages. How do the linebackers shift to adjust to that? Are they in man? Are they in zone? Do we have a matchup that we can take advantage of? They're
Kaminsky
watching all those
once
things.
again in the shotgun. It's Hesser going in motion towards the right side. And handoff up the middle. Got back the 5 yards at least, maybe a couple more from the penalty
Yeah, tough
near
running by
the
Harrison there.
25-yard line. So, yeah, Krieger with a good first down run. You got 1st and 15, but he picks up about 8 yards. So
Yeah.
now it makes it a 2nd and manageable.
Kind of took a lot of that penalty yardage out and then added a few. So
That's what you do.
It's
Just
really
forget about those mistakes and just turn
Yeah.
it back into something else.
And at this part of the field here, on about the 25 or so, we're not kicking a field goal from here, so it's 4-down territory.
And the handoff
If we don't
goes
get
the
a first.
left side across the 15
Logan
and
Kelly,
near the 10,
hello.
and he is into the end zone. Beautiful play. Logan
Little
Kelly
end around by Logan.
found a seam and just was able to dance his way through that defense on into the end
There we
zone,
go.
and it's 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Wahoo Warriors.
Yeah, Logan's in my homeroom, so this Wednesday we'll have to chat about this tutty he just got. So
There
that
you
was a
go.
nice play by Logan.
Is he that elusive in your classroom? Is he?
He's sometimes he's elusive. Yeah. It's a little tighter constraints, but he showed a little speed, a little shiftiness there.
And
That's
it
kind of a
turns
new
into
role
6
for Logan.
points. Yeah, nice
Logan
job,
is
too.
actually the backup quarterback too,
Oh, beautiful.
but he's enough of an athlete to where you got to get your guys on the field.
Kick up by
and,
Har. And this time it is
There we
good.
go. All right.
So 13-0 is your score. Wahoo Warriors in front. 6:20 left to go here in the first quarter of play.
So far, so good, huh, Michael? I mean,
Yeah.
it looks good. The running game is going, and I know the script over there is probably just about running out because they're checking the defense, how they shift, different formations. And once we get past that script, then Coach Fox gets to paint the Picasso. But they will tightly script a few plays just to get that defensive front to see who the matchups are, see who the coverages are. And that way they can get a feel for calling the plays.
And we are on the Wahoo Public Sports Network, which includes Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online, WahooRadio.com, 99.3 FM KWAB, and BSDNLive.com. I want to say thank you to our game sponsor. Tonight's game sponsor is JEO Consulting, and we will have an interview with Rob later on during halftime. But we'll also try to listen to the band and see how everything goes right there. But it's back to football right here.
There you go. Har's got it teed up on the 40-yard line, ready to put a boot into this one. Things looking good so far for the Wahoo Warriors, the defending state C1 champions. Out in front, 13-0, 6:20 left to go in the first quarter. Ball end over end kick, and it's going to be brought to about the 15. And wow, what a shot taken there.
There we go.
Parker got about 2 yards and was just stuffed near the 26, 27-yard line.
And Cal came in for Grady, who was dinged up a little on that last kickoff. And Cal runs down there, makes a great play.
So I talk about
So,
reloading.
Step next man up. Cal Baps is your next man up right there. That was a nice play.
So Nebraska City has the daunting task of setting up 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. It would be pretty tough to look into the teeth of that Wahoo defense and try to figure out what to do, but here we go. It's going to be a handoff
There we go.
up the middle, and Not a whole. Oh, actually, it wasn't
Nice
a
job up
fake
front.
handoff. He kept it in the
Quarterback
back.
keeper,
Yep,
yeah.
quarterback keeper. But Ferguson might have got a couple of yards if he would have handed it off. But as it stands, it's going to be a loss of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
One of those new starters, Hugo Portugal and Harrison Krieger. Oh, Mateo Ramirez. That was who that was. Mateo Ramirez is in there on the play.
Wahoo just attacking the line of scrimmage.
A lot of new faces. Mateo playing the nose right now.
Twins to either side for Nebraska City. Back to pass is Ferguson. Ferguson looks towards the middle of the field. It is complete, but immediately brought down there is Harker. And he will be brought down at the 40-yard line, but it is going to be enough for a Nebraska City first down. And Harker just getting some room there towards the middle of the field, and nice job by Ferguson to recognize that from the right side and bring it back in for the first down.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going tempo right here, trying to speed it up a little bit.
And this is going to be a quick pitch out to Dunn, and Dunn is going to be stopped without a whole lot there. In fact, he's going to lose about a yard, about the same start as they had on the last.
That's a tough side to run to.
Yeah.
You got Eli Shada, a returning playmaker, all-stater from the championship team. He was part of a front seven that you just couldn't run on, and so the thought is, do you run away from a guy like that, or they set their formation up and then we switch to the strength. So you got Cash Parsons on the other side.
Well, and short side of the field, too, with the ball on the right hash.
Yep.
So shotgun snap back to Ferguson. Ferguson nearly gets that one out, intended for Cash Hoy on the right sideline.
Just about ended up in Josh Fox's arms there.
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting the ball to come to him so quick. He was
he was actually surprised there.
For the receiver, yeah.
Wouldn't have been a whole lot of resistance for him to.
No, it'd have been pick six
head
time
on
if
down.
he'd caught that. But so far so good. They're
third down and very long, 11 yards for Nebraska City to try to bring this one around, move the sticks.
Here comes the
two receivers
double
on
set.
either side. And going in motion is Harker. Back in the shotgun is Ferguson. Ferguson rolls to the left side, still looking, has time, and just tosses it out of bounds over on the Wahoo sideline. Nobody to go to. Great defense again by the Warriors.
We had another new face over there on the Wahoo sideline, Cody Hesser, as a senior coming out for football for the first time. Big basketball player, great athlete, making his name on the defense right there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That is a new face.
That's an unusual name for football.
That is, and he's a tall drink of water out there, but he has opened a lot of eyes this camp this year, and he's looking to make a few plays this season.
And back to punt is the quarterback Ferguson. We'll see if they're going to try some trickery here or actually punt it. And Ferguson will put a boot into it. And into Wahoo territory it goes. And that's Landon Fye with it. Runs all the way to the right side, 35, 40, 45, midfield, 45, 40, and
there we go.
Into Nebraska City territory. Excellent run by Fye as he saw some room, a nice seam on the right side of the field, and takes it into Nebraska City territory. And, field position has not been a problem so far tonight for the Warriors.
He ran it back pretty much to the original line of scrimmage that Nebraska City was at. They didn't have to move the sticks too far.
Nope, not at all.
He's another one of those guys. I mean, Kip's track fast, Landon Fye's track fast. Those guys get an opening. They're hard to catch.
4:20 left to go in the first quarter, 13-0. The Warriors with the lead and the ball, and looking to try to make some more noise here in the first quarter.
Statistic question for you guys. Last year, how many games did the Warriors play last year that did not end up in the running clock?
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I'm going with now. Last year, this game got to a running clock. I remember, and the second game of the year against Ashland, which is our big rival, that game was 28-14. So I know that one was not a running clock. And I
think there's only two games.
Oh, there was another one. Okay,
was it postseason? The regular season, there was only one.
Postseason, huh? I know 2 years ago, Broken Bow was a nail biter.
Yeah.
But was it Alliance?
Oh, maybe.
Or was it Sydney?
Sydney.
Okay.
And Sydney was the number 1 seed in C1 last year.
Sydney had some athletes. I mean, they had some dudes, but at the end of the day.
Unfortunately, the western side of the state doesn't have the talent pool they do out here in the east, and I've worked on the west a lot. And it seems like they'll have a great team out there, but they come out this way and play one of these schools from the eastern side of the state, and they really realize
it is tough
how talented they are, and it gets tough for them sometimes.
They may not see day in and day out the level of competition.
Exactly.
There's not an Ashland, type of team out there, or a couple years ago, Broken Bow came out here and we won the game.
Yeah, well, you got
I think
Scotts
we won that
Bluff
game
out
8-7
Sydney.
or 12-7 or something.
Yeah,
it
there's
was
some
a
good
battle.
teams out there, and then it's also like championship time when we're coming out here to play one of the heavies in the state. Gives them all kinds of motivation. But so 2 plays here, not a whole lot for the Warriors. 2 hands off to Brigham, and he has netted about a yard here, as it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Warriors. So this offensive output has not been like we've seen so far tonight, John.
Yeah, we got an interesting duo over here on our side. We got Caden Kristen, All-State athlete from last year, and Cody Hesser out here on our side. Let's see if we got a play action coming their way.
And back to pass is Kaminsky.
Hesser.
Long pass,
Hesser.
and a man open, but just could not bring it in. As you said, Cody Hesser open, the 6'5", 190-pound senior open in the end zone, but just
beyond his arms.
Just through the reach of his fingertips. And here you go now, John. It's decision time. Are you going to punt him, pin him deep, or are you just going?
Are they going to punt that? I mean, if you punt, you could play
weird
field
part of the
position
field
and try
to
to pin him
decide.
deep, but I'm guessing they're going to go for it.
Well, that was awful close.
Oh, that was so close. Cody was seeing
it
all
was
those
one-on-one
wonderful
coverage
things with
out there.
touchdowns and adulation, and it was just outside of his reach.
Here's our answer.
Which is a big
Back
reach.
in the shotgun. Again is Kaminsky. He's got some pressure in the pocket. Is able to get free. Now out to the left side looking. Has the pass, and it is
there we
complete.
Go.
It's
Nice.
bobbled at first, but completed.
Caden Kristen
and
right there.
Caden Kristen with the catch. And it took him a minute. He did a juggling act for a second there, but brought down near the 25-yard line, and that will be a Warrior first down.
He had a defender right on top of him, and Caden's a strong kid, and he was able to hold that ball while that defender was swiping at it. And good play by Jace. It's tough rolling to your left and throwing back across your body. Even though, Caden was open, it's a tough throw.
That was toughness out of both of them. They were both under a lot of pressure defensively and were able to get that off and able to pick up the first down. So it's a 1st down and 10 now from the 25-yard line. The Warriors with a fresh set of downs. And Kaminsky once again back in the shotgun. Quick pass this time and in and out of the hands, but a flag is going to be thrown. Calvin Bapst was the intended target. That's probably going to be either a hold out there. Looked like maybe a hold. We'll see.
About 5 yards downfield. I don't know what's.
Are they saying maybe an ineligible receiver?
Field, yeah,
you're right. There we go. I didn't see any contact, so I wasn't sure it was anything like that.
I don't know how many guys in the state of Nebraska are named Kurt Tomasevich, but the gold medalist is one of them from
Isn't
Shelby.
That crazy?
And
I know.
Did we just get a gold medal flag dropped on our field right there?
That's possible.
Yeah.
Did it clunk?
There can't be more than one Kurt Tomaseviches.
No, you would think not. Unless there's like a junior.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, so that 5-yard penalty is going to back him up. Second time we've seen a 1st and 15. Last time it was an 8-yard gain on 1st and 15. We'll see what they do here as Kaminsky is in the shotgun once again. He's got to bring him to his right side, and it's going to be a quick pass to the right side, and that is complete. And again, nice job, and it's about an 8-yard gain.
Another catch for Caden right there.
He catches Kristen out there.
Yep.
Excellent job. Kaminsky, like you said, very, very patient out there. Just waits for his guy to get open, gets him out in space, and then just lets the receiver do the rest.
And the trick, that play looked pretty similar in the last one. They run a lot of RPOs, and that's what happened. You have linemen that are blocking like it's run, and if the pass doesn't come out soon enough, you get a guy downfield, and that's probably what happened on that previous play. But this time he got it out a little quicker, and Caden was able to make some yards.
Yeah, it was a fast release. And this is going to be a handoff to Brigham. Brigham tries that right side. He's got some room across the 15 near the 13-yard line, I believe, and that's going to be another first down. So 1st and 15, Pashaw, they say. We'll pick that up just like the rest.
Yeah, that was a tough run. He finished it there, running over a guy to get over the sticks there, and here we are. We're knocking on the door again.
So ball on the 14-yard line of Nebraska City. First down and 10. Just under a minute to play here in the first quarter. 13-0 Warriors, but they are knocking on the door once again, deep into the red zone. And going in motion is Eli Shada.
Yep. Switching the tight end to the other side.
Kaminsky's going to keep it himself.
Quarterback
Looks up the
run.
middle. Nothing there, though. Nebraska City not fooled at all. And a couple of Nebraska City players, the Pioneers, forging their way forward to take Kaminsky down in the backfield.
Yeah, outnumbered on that side. You know, he had Eli over there blocking, and a lot of times teams will, because we have a wing and we ran so much sweep and so much kip, you see just kip, and it's off the edge with that wing blocking. Teams will slant that way or attack that way, and
we'll see if they get another playoff here before the end of the first quarter. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and they are just going to let the clock run out. Nope, they tried to get the snap off, but just a little bit too late, and that will do it for the first quarter with the Warriors knocking on the door. 2nd and 13 from the 17 when we return 13-0. 12 minutes up on the second quarter clock.
It's game night, and we love bringing you the Wahoo Warriors right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online YouTube, 99.3 FM, Saunders County Online, and WahooRadio.com. Want to say thank you to all the sponsors. Tonight's game sponsor is JEO. We want to say thank you, a special thank you to them. Also, we want to say thank you to all the sponsors, including Wahoo State Bank, Wahoops, First Bank of Nebraska, Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon's Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro Marsh MMA, Titles, Doan, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, and John and Michael Vibro family for all being a part of our broadcast right here of the Wahoo Warriors. It's a great day to be a Warrior. We have the Nebraska City visitors, kind of trailing at this point in time. Going into the second quarter, Warriors leading 13-0, and they are currently on the march.
And we are switching sides of the field for the second quarter, as the Warriors will now be working left to right on your radio dial. And it's Kaminsky setting back into the shotgun formation once again. Bring him on his left side. A receiver out to either side of the field as they face a 2nd and 13 here to start the second quarter. 2nd and 13 from the 17. And going in motion is Phi. All the way across the left side. Now looking Kaminsky to the left side. Rolls to the left. Passes up the middle and in and out of the hands. Just a bullet up the middle. And Harry Krieger just can't hold on to it. That one in and out of his hands. That was a pretty good pass. A little bit high. But really, again, it shows you that ability from Kaminsky, how quickly he can get it out and how pinpoint accurate he can be.
It. Yeah, he puts a little heat on the ball.
Yeah, he did. So Krieger's unable to come up with that one. Sets up a 3rd down and 13 as it falls harmlessly to the turf in the end zone.
I'm not sure what Kane Har's range is, where Coach Fox has had him kicking from, but we're pretty close to field goal range. Typically, if you're inside the 20, you start thinking about it.
Well, it'll be all foot, too, because there's really not a whole lot of wind to speak of.
Yeah.
Just lazily moving over there is the flag. Kaminsky back in the pocket. Now he's flushed. Left side pass towards the end zone, and it is complete.
Did he give it to him?
Did he get it in or out?
Cal Baps, baby.
Because they're going to say he was inbounds. Yes, they did. Cal Babst. Look, there was a little bit of a confusion maybe there for a second on the left side.
Delay,
Looks like he was in, but they must have been checking with each other where the feet were. But Babst will score.
Yeah, they all kind of looked at each other. It's like, well, did
we
you
give
see
it?
Did
Yeah,
you
all
see
right.
it?
Yeah, it's
all
good.
right, yeah, we'll give it to him, whatever.
The glare off the blue track kind of threw him for a second there.
Yeah.
So Har, we won't have to worry about his range this time, as he'll just be setting up for another extra point. Snap, ball down, kick up, and it is good.
There we go.
So just into the second quarter, 11:46 left to go before halftime, and the Warriors in full control right now, 20-0 here in the ball game.
And you're watching and listening to the Wahoo Sports Network. Sorry, guys, just trying to figure out our timing and jumping in here. I want to say thank you to the game sponsor again, JEO Consulting, being a big part of all the broadcasts, but they are the title sponsor for this entire game. Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Wahoops, Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro, Marsh MMA, Titles, Doan. Also want to say thank you to Ambassador Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Handy Acres, Dan and Linda Handy, Wahoo Dental Associates, John and Mike and Michelle Vibrell family. So that is the sponsors currently. And if you want to learn about how to be a part of the Booster Club, you can certainly contact the Booster Club. You can find their link on the Wahoo Public Schools YouTube or Facebook page or website. You can also contact Mr. Barry, Activities Director for Wahoo Public Schools, and he'll be happy to guide you to them.
Kane Haar has the ball teed up, ready to kick after the Warriors touchdown. Michael Reed with you, along with John Herrera, Kelly Johnson. And getting a foot into it is Haar. Good end-over-end kick, going to drop around the 10-yard line, and coming up with it
Calvin
is Noah Dunn, or rather it's Harker, but not a lot of room is Babst. We've been calling his name quite a bit so far. He has been a lightning bolt.
Yeah, Cal got down there fast. He was ahead of the whole team. He's having quite a stretch here in this second quarter. Touchdown
special
pass,
teams
some
coverage
big
is
hits.
fun too, because you can really get down there and lay a lick on somebody.
Yeah,
so
I'm seeing
15-yard line looks like will their start. Excuse me, 21-yard line.
Another C1 score out there at the brand new, beautiful DC West Football Complex. Ashland leading 14-0 early on.
What a big matchup that's going to be next week.
Yeah.
So the Pioneers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Back in the shotgun is Ferguson, or rather he's going to be under center. Sets the man in motion. That is Harker again, and still being strung out all the way to the left side and taken down by Kip Brigham.
I don't know how that ball got out of there, because I thought Carter Brubbets ate that, just absolutely destroyed the guy.
It looked like there was
no
business of all, but
he got that ball to the perimeter. And
Ferguson getting out there. They were both looking at each other, just trying to escape
that
train.
You take it.
Yeah, and Brigham was like, no, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So the Pioneers with no yardage on that one, maybe about a half-yard lost. And with the clock ticking here in the second quarter, 11 minutes and counting, 20-0 Warriors, 2nd and 10 for the Pioneers. This time in the shotgun formation is Ferguson. He's going to pass it quickly out to the right side and incomplete, as that one was just a little short of the mark intended for Cash Hoy.
Yeah, Logan on the coverage over there. If he leaves that ball up a little bit, Logan might have taken it. But he was right there. Good break on the ball.
And so far, Wahoo not disappointing on either side of the ball. They've been effective offensively and defensively. Maybe not on first down, but after that they certainly get the ball moving. But defensively, they looked really sharp as well, John.
Yeah, they really are. They're for a lot of new faces, they've really got things dialed in pretty well.
Ferguson back in the pocket. He'll throw it deep to the left side. More Wahoo Warriors out there than Pioneers. And, just knocked away. And Babst, again, out there to make some noise.
Babst, Mr. Playmaker tonight, and landed fine on the coverage there.
And a 3-and-out for the Pioneers as they will look to punt here with 10:43 left to go in the first half. Warriors with a 20-0 lead, looking to add to that here as they should get good field position once again, John.
Yeah, an opportunity right here for a punt return with Kip and Landon up here. At midfield, they're going to catch the ball pretty much in Warrior territory.
Yeah, I would think so. High
off,
snap, just got it away, and might have got a little piece of that because it kind of came up awkwardly to the left side of the field, and it will fall in Pioneers territory.
We got a flag down. I think we smoked the punter.
Oh, no.
It's a flag.
But if they touch the ball, though.
If they touch the ball, you can do whatever you want to the punter.
And it looked like that one came off cockeyed, so I'm not entirely sure that should be a penalty.
Definitely changed paths, unless they're saying he got hit prior to the ball being kicked, but it looked like it was a bang play.
The scary thing is their quarterback is their punter.
Oh,
so
that's tough.
you know, yeah, Ferguson was back there, and you can see him kind of limping a little bit coming this
Yeah.
way. But again, if they got a piece of that ball, it should not be a penalty.
This is where we need Mike Pereira and some instant replay.
Not
Well-
only that, but was it running into or roughing?
Yeah, looking into the camera, it could have
And
been
it is roughing.
It could have been a simultaneous, but if they
Yeah, that's going to give him a first down on the
a
personal
judgment
foul.
call goes Nebraska City's side.
Yeah, and again, I can't get it out of my head that ball came off so weird unless he got a hold of the foot instead of the ball. But either way,
Did they give him the
officials,
automatic
yep,
on that?
they gave him the first
Wow.
down. Personal foul, 1st and 15.
That's a big play.
Or 15 yards, absolutely, yeah. He races that 4th down, and all that business about Wahoo getting the ball back and trying to add to that lead as the Pioneers will get a fresh set of downs instead.
That will be a sticker on the goal board right there. One of the stickers on Coach Fox's goal board is penalties on special teams. And
Yeah.
if you're trying to establish goals and all that, that's a
Imagine he's
that's
not
a
too
penalty
happy about that
you
one.
don't want to have. Although it really looked like
I
it was
agree.
a block.
I'm not so sure it wasn't, but either way, there is no instant replay in the high school level. So
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
we
that
are.
and it was close enough that if you're an official, you have to make a judgment call. What are you going to do
Yeah.
in a situation like
Yep.
this with these
And
two teams?
Exactly. I'm not sure they saw the trajectory that ball took like we did up here either, or they might have changed their tune.
Yeah.
Either way, 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. And back to pass is Ferguson.
Was he
Ball
bobbling
is.
that?
I'm not sure if they're going to give him the catch. Gigstad's out there on the left side,
think
and if
he
he
did
did
give it
catch
to
it,
him.
he was immediately taken down. Maybe a gain of about 2 or 3
Yeah.
on the catch. 2 yards is what they'll give him officially. So 2nd down and 8 now from the 38-yard line.
A lot of times on those punts, too, the officials are so dialed into player safety. And when somebody gets their leg taken out, a lot
Yeah.
of times that's going to
They'll
get you that
default.
flag
Yeah.
when you get tipped over pretty quick. Unless you hear that boom, that really the officials are so dialed. You get tipped over pretty quick. Unless you hear that boom, that really quick block.
No, I think it was probably in the end the right call. I'm not going to
Yeah, and,
and
the
bring
ball
out the
wasn't.
protest or anything.
It didn't go straight up in the air. It definitely
Yeah, it
left,
did.
and it just had a
It
weird
did.
trajectory, which kind of indicated that it was maybe tipped.
Either way,
Another discussion over there on the
yeah, they're
crown of the field there, talking about something from the far side of the field.
having another little get-together over there.
Now, if we were playing down in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium, they do allow instant replay down there. So something like that potentially could have been replayed. And
Well, they could have just
And
come up and
examine.
asked us. We had a good perspective.
and
yeah.
we can do replay. But
yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, see? Nobody asked us, though.
Yeah.
10:27 left to go here in the first half. Pioneers ball. 22-0 is the lead for the Warriors, however. 2nd down and 10. Ball on the Pioneers' 36-yard
Oh, you can't do
line.
that.
And
That's a
yep,
flag.
that's a flag, as it's going to be.
Two receivers in motion at the same
Yeah,
time. One of them.
And in fact, what was it? Harker stopped because he realized
Yeah.
what was happening, but it was too late. The officials had already seen it. So that'll be a false start. Illegal procedure, I guess. Either way, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, so that will back them up to a 2nd down and 15 now from the 31-yard line. So the Pioneers moving backwards after getting the automatic first down on the roughing the punter penalty here a few plays ago.
We keep up at this rate, we'll be right back to where we were.
Right.
But let's play a couple downs of defense here.
Here we go. 2nd down and 15, ball on the 31-yard line. Ferguson is back in the shotgun, and he will hand it off up the middle. Just nothing there. Tried that draw up the left side, and not a whole lot of room at all. And that was Adam Howard on the carry, the senior, with nothing doing. In fact, they're going to say he lost a yard, so 3rd and 16. And you got to think, against this tough Warriors defense, there's not a whole lot of plays the Pioneers can probably draw up on this one. But
Yeah, it's
I
tough.
think they're probably going to try to go deep.
Yeah, when you've got like 6'7", 300 playing over the nose, that's tough. And then you've got a returning All-Stater on one side, a returning starter and contributor at times with Cash on the other side. It's tough knowing where to run.
3 receivers out on the right side, 1 to the left. Ferguson is going to let
Go
one
get it.
go, and they are wide.
Oh,
The Wahoo Warriors wide open out there. Brigham
Calvin
about
collapsed.
brought it in.
That would have made his – he would have had like the best second quarter of of ever. You know,
Right.
he just about had a pick right there. But great play defending in the back half.
Oh, yeah, that was that Babst out there?
That was 23 Cal Baps. Yeah, him and Phi were back there, and he had that thing in his hand. And I
You
think
know,
if
I
the
must
receiver
have
wouldn't have hit him, he
dyslexia
would
because I
have.
keep mixing up
kept
Babst
it.
and and Brigham. And, you know,
Yeah,
if I can get
Brigham's
that
32.
figured out.
Baps is
My
taller.
dyslexia, you know, coming
Brigham's
out the wrong
uh,
time. Oh, ball on the ground. Punter
trouble.
has to just dive on it, and I tell you,
We're actually in better
that time
shape now
Eli
than we were
Shada did a
before.
flip over the punter. He knew that he wasn't going to get another penalty for that one. And again, Ferguson, the quarterback, also the punter, and you got to think you don't want to get him roughed up too much.
That was a
but
smart move when that ball was on the
Just went
ground
down and got it.
with Shada bearing down on him. He didn't want to jump up and try to run because
No,
Eli would have
he would've
gave him
got-
the warm embrace, and that would have been a problem.
Yeah, you're
When you're
right
the-
about that.
Like you say, when you're the starting quarterback, you kind of make business decisions sometimes, and that's not one you want to make. At this point in the game, we got a lot of football left this year.
Well, and Wahoo Warriors with not a lot of field in front of them. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line on the Pioneer side of the field. Going in motion is Phi, right to left. It's going to be a handoff up the right side, right in between that guard tackle hole, and Brigham picks up a good chunky yardage there. About 4 or 5 yards on the first down carry. 4 yards they'll give him.
And the Pioneer defense, to their credit, has kept us in front of them pretty good tonight. I mean, the running game has not been, last year we would have 50, 60-yard plays all the time. And they've done a good job of filling gaps and defeating blocks and keeping Kip kind of bottled up.
And we'll see, too, of course, halftime adjustments will be made here coming up in a little bit. And who knows what the second half might bring. But right now, the Warriors, again, knocking on the door, 2nd and 6 from the Pioneers' 14-yard line. And again, a handoff to Brigham, straight up the middle, 10-5, and dancing into the end zone is Brigham with a 14-yard scamper. And the Warriors strike again, 26-0, with 8:33 left to go here in the first half. And that time, Brigham, he got through that first wall of resistance and then just high-stepped his way in like Phineas Frog.
Yeah, just straight up the middle, and their running plays can hit any gap, and if he's going to hit it straight ahead downhill, and he's got a hole, that's a great situation.
So again, to kick the extra point, Har up, and this one is good. I keep waiting because, after that first one was missed, you just never know. And that brings us to a 27-0 lead now for the Wahoo Warriors with 8:33 left to go here in the first half.
And you're listening to and watching the Wahoo Warriors Sports Network. We want to say again thank you to all the sponsors who are a part of this, bringing you the activities on BSDNlive.com, Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, and 99.3 FM KWAB, WahooRadio.com. Thank you to JEO Consulting, Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Wahoops, Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro Marsh MMA, Titles, Doan, Berkshire Hathaway Home Source, Ambassador Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, and John and Michelle Vibral Family. Thank you again to all the sponsors who bring you coverage right here on the Wahoo Sports Network.
I'm not going to lie, Wahoops is a pretty cool name.
Wahoops, yeah.
I like that. We're not playing hoops here tonight, but the scoring has been pretty rapid for the Wahoo Warriors. 27-0 here in the first half. Still got 8:33 left to go before halftime. And Har has it teed up again. Familiar spot for him tonight. As the Warriors haven't been just constantly pushing it downfield, but they have been very efficient nonetheless. And the Pioneers now will take it, just across the 25-yard line before I believe it was Harker just slammed to the ground.
They keep running it.
Have been very efficient nonetheless. And the Pioneers now will take it, just across, taking it off the right side.
I think that's Grady Meyer.
Taking it off the right side.
I think that's Grady Meyer.
Is that Grady Meyer?
Right
Oh,
there. So he's back in. That's a good sign. There's a.
And I'm pretty sure that was Harker out the right side. And he picked up a lot of yards. I thought he got a little bit further, but they're only going to give him 7. He must have gone out of bounds before it looked like he did. So 2nd down and 3, however. So 2nd and manageable for the Pioneers, which they haven't seen a lot of.
Shifting up the front a little bit. Looks like we're going with a 4-man front right now. We got Jay Staskell in there on the defensive end for Cash.
Ferguson, quick handoff from under center, and
penetration.
Again, just plowing their way through the line of several Wahoo defenders, and nothing doing there. It's going to be another loss of about 2 or 3 yards.
Jason, Eli, Harry, they were all right there all around the ball. It was a mess right away.
Well, the line on both sides has been impressive so far. The offensive line has given plenty of time for the offense to do its work, and the defensive line has just been unstoppable so far.
It's been impressive.
Pioneers have not gotten a whole lot done against that front 4. And whistle blows. I think we're going to have a timeout, and we will. Pioneers with a timeout with 7:43 left to go in the first half. 27-0. Wahoo Warriors with the lead.
It's game night, and we love bringing you the Wahoo Warriors right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online YouTube, 99.3 FM, Saunders County Online, and WahooRadio.com. Want to say thank you to all the sponsors. Tonight's game sponsor is JEO. I want to say thank you, a special thank you to them. Also, we want to say thank you to all the sponsors, including Wahoo State Bank, Wahoops, First Bank of Nebraska, Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon's Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro Marsh MMA, Titles, Doan, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, and John and Michael Vibro family for all being a part of our broadcast right here of the Wahoo Warriors. It's a great day to be a Warrior. We're back, and we have
second half action commences as Ferguson tosses it out to the left side, intended for Lane Peterson, but it is incomplete. Sets up a 4th down and 6 now, and after a first down run that looked somewhat promising, they get stymied on offense, and the Pioneers will have to punt once again as Ferguson, the quarterback, back to do his double duty as punter.
And it's got to make you nervous if your quarterback is your punter.
Well,
I've coached teams where our best athlete was our punter and our quarterback and everything, and it's always like.
But you know what else? The snap goes way over his head. The Wahoo Warriors are in pursuit. He takes it.
Is he in the end zone?
He looks like
right
he's on
at
the
the
line.
edge. He's on the line.
On like the
so
6-inch line.
That was just about a safety, but.
Oh, wow.
It's going to give the Wahoo Warriors a pretty short field here, about a half
That's
a yard.
about as short as you're going to get.
That's rough.
It was, the nose of that football was touching.
He would have been better off just kicking that ball out of the back of the end zone because now they're going to give up a touchdown instead of a deuce. But it's hard when you're getting run down and the ball went over your head to make that snap decision. Yeah, it's just that's a bad break.
Yeah, and, the defense, we can say all day about how good they're playing, but, things like that, you just self-implode, and that's difficult to come back from.
Yeah, you can't do unforced errors when you're on the road against a good opponent. It just makes things tougher.
So here we go, Kaminsky in the shotgun. It's going to be a quick
double handoff.
Oh, double handoff.
That's a nasty play.
Wow.
That was uncalled for.
Yeah.
That was Caden Smart a year ago, and nobody could stop that play. And this year it's Harry Krieger, and they're not stopping that play either.
Excellent job. You completely got the misdirection going there.
Harry's 195 pounds of wrecking crew coming at you.
Not going to slow that train down. So 33-0 now with 7:27 left to go here in the first half, and this second quarter has certainly been all Warriors. As Harback to try to tack on the extra point here. Kick is away.
Ooh.
And
you get it through?
It is good. So Har has been perfect ever since that first miss.
There we go.
And it's a 34-0 Warriors lead with 7:27 left to go in the first half after that miscue on the punt. And, I was just about ready to say, having your quarterback as your punter could be good at times because if you do a fake, you got a guy to
Absolutely.
throw it. But not when it goes over his head and into the end zone.
And
That's an issue.
Yeah, and he could get hit. You know, he just about got hit by Eli Shada there trying to get that last snap. They got a snapping issue. And a team I coached at before I came to Wahoo, our quarterback was our punter, and we ran fakes with him all the time because he was hard Jace Kaminsky, and it was great, but not if he gets hit.
It's definitely a risk, but
yeah.
If it works, you keep the other team guessing. They never know if they're going to be back to.
There is no chance that Jace Kaminsky will ever be the punter this year on this team.
Yeah, that's
it's
probably
not
a
going to
good
happen.
call. Probably
I don't think we've ever had a punter here that was our quarterback.
Well, and the roster for Wahoo is pretty extensive, too. They got a lot of guys.
Yeah, there's usually a kid who's a pretty good athlete and can punt the ball that steps up and takes that spot. And then the more you spread that out, the less, you got guys playing 2 or 3 ways that don't leave the field. That is tougher to play, potentially 13 games.
So Har getting a good leg workout here tonight as he gets another kick deep into Pioneers territory. And that is going to be Harker once again with a return, but
there's a flag.
A flag down on the far side of the field. See what the infraction is.
I saw Micah Hardy in there on it, another new face on the football team, and Josh Fox on there.
Block in the back or something wrong with the tackle, but we'll find out in a moment. Harker, though, gets it to near the 25-yard line before he's brought down. We'll see what the penalty's about.
And that's another tough thing. You get a block in the back, and then that ball backs you up even deeper.
And it's a hold, so just as bad.
So we're going to continue playing football on our side of the field, which is another huge key defensively and offensively, too. Your strategy is you want to play on that side of the field and don't let them cross the midfield. And so far tonight it's all been on our side of the field, which is plus territory, which is great.
Daunting enough as it is to play against a tough defense like the Warriors, but when you're constantly playing it with the shadow of your end zone right behind you, that's even tougher.
And get penalized backwards at top of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And 2 different times your quarterback just about got killed on a punt situation.
So here we go. Ferguson under center with 7:19 left to play here in the first half. It's going to be another handoff. That one, I believe that was Harker once again to the right side, but just nothing there as this defense pouncing.
3,
Yeah, there is just nothing doing for Nebraska City right now.
Yeah, the guys up front tonight are doing really well defensively.
Just sort of overmatching, too. And Wahoo, they're not only beating them here, but they're also taking out a lot of them physically to where we're going to start to see, that endurance factor playing a part here in the second half, too. And, quite possibly we may see a running clock in the second half. But I'm telling you right now, just the Warriors imposing their will upon the Pioneers. And back to pass is Ferguson. Low line drive pass and nearly picked off. That was Josh Fox out there with the defense.
Nearly picked off. Eli nearly got a piece of the ball when he was throwing it. And you had Eli Shada right in his face, so he had to kind of sidearm it, change his arm angle a little bit.
Intended for James Fairbanks there on the left side.
You were talking about the physicality. That's one of the things Coach Iverson, our defensive coordinator, preaches all the time is that when you leave the field after playing Wahoo, you're going to know it.
Yeah.
We're not a finesse defense at all. It is a physical, fast, physical team. And
slobber knocker.
We really impose ourselves on teams' offenses with our
here we go.
play.
Defense has a chance to shut them down again with a 3rd and 12 from the Pioneers' 10-yard line. Ferguson back to pass, quick pass left side, and it is complete, but nothing doing. Another loss as Fairbanks is able to catch the pass and then immediately brought down for about another 2-yard loss, I believe.
Logan
so 4th
Kelly.
and 14.
Logan with the TFL right there. You don't
Just
get that a lot as a safety.
Smothering defense so far tonight by the Wahoo Warriors.
And a lot of those guys are returners. A lot of those athletes on the perimeter are all returners. So they did it last year. Logan Kelly had 2 picks in the championship game last year, so his confidence is sky high.
Well, in the defense, and the championship, all those games, what they give up 14 points was about the most they gave up in the entire state tournament.
If you include the points,
nice
I think
punt.
our varsity only gave up maybe 20 points all season.
Yeah, that's
the young
just
kids
crazy.
gave up a few touchdowns throughout the year, but even the young guys, the guys who are playing tonight,
It's an incredible
did not
statistic.
give up a lot of points throughout the season. I mean, it was a very
well, and think about
impressive.
the older guys are going to give them a lot of ribbing if they give. You
Oh,
don't want to give up
yeah.
points.
They don't want the shutout to
No.
break. And at the end of the game,
No.
if somebody runs in a touchdown,
You don't
they're
get.
pissed because they're like, don't give up the shutout.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot of accolades for giving up the shutout to the older
48
guys.
to nothing, and you give up a.
They'll let you know it.
But that's a standard. That's a level that we're trying to impress upon the next group of kids. Don't let the play drop off just because you're a young guy and you're in the game. We still want to stop people.
So the Warriors
still
start
wanna be
once
physical.
again here in Pioneers territory after Landon Fye got the punt just on the sideline at the 42. It's going to be a handoff to bring him up the middle, and he's got some room once again and try to bring that guy down as he leaves helmets in his path. And he scrambles across the 30 to near the 27-yard line, and Brigham
shifty.
just – you cannot bring that guy down. It's kind of like, you've got the running backs that are either those fire plug guys that are like 280 pounds and 5'9", or you got those little guys who can catch, they can sneak under the defenses and just quick as lightning.
Yeah. And he's such a patient runner. As a Steelers fan, I think like Le'Veon Bell, he's a patient guy who sit there and bounce around behind a lineman, and then when there's an opening, he's gone. He just shoots through that opening, and he's got a lot of strength, a lot of power. He's all over our weight room records for the year. And
in motion is Babst
again. He's a strong athlete.
And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. The Pioneers showing a little bit of weight there as they're able to knock Kaminsky back. He'll still gain about 3.5 yards, though, before he is brought down. Just over 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. 34-0, the Wahoo Warriors all over the Pioneers here tonight at home in the season opener for both teams. The Warriors, of course, with a huge test next week against Ashland Greenwood. That should be a great game. Looking forward to that
that'll be a battle. Always good.
Yeah.
Always tough game with Ashland.
Big rivalry, and both teams really, really good right now, so that's going to be huge. And it's Kaminsky having to work his way around, gets free out of the pocket across the 15 and down towards the 10-yard line, and that was a busted play. He was trying to get somebody open. The Pioneers had good coverage in the secondary, but Kaminsky's like, all right, I'll just go ahead and take it myself then. And nice little scamper there to pick up the first down. And, again, deep into the red zone as they will put the ball right on the 10-yard line. I'm not sure. I think he's just outside, so they may even be able to get a first down before they hit the end zone, but I really don't think that's going to be relevant at this point.
Yeah, and Jace is a guy who, if things break down, he can get you 5 or 6 or 8 yards.
Yeah.
And he's got some speed. He's a strong kid. He's a good runner. And so
and Kaminsky
it's
again takes the
with.
shotgun snap.
Harry.
It's going to be a handoff left side to Krieger, and Krieger will dance his way into the end zone as he shows some finesse on that side, along with that just unrivaled power. And Krieger able to work his way into the end zone for another.
Yeah, it's another business
Warriors
decision if you're going
touchdown.
to come up and try to stop Harry on a sweep like that.
Actually, are they going to say he didn't get in there?
I believe there was.
He didn't even.
Oh, is there a penalty? Oh, I didn't
There
see
was
the
an
flag.
offsides, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
No, that must have been against the Warriors. They walked that one back, so that touchdown will not count.
Oh, maybe an
So
illegal
all
formation.
for naught. Yeah, that's unfortunate, too, because
That's
Krieger
too
with
bad.
an excellent run around that left side.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll just let him try it again. Who knows?
There you go.
And the official making his way over to the far sideline as they want to
Get the
chat
sticks
about
right.
something. Yeah.
They got to move the down marker back. They have these fancy electronic down markers, and
Yeah.
sometimes they got to push the button or do some
You
resetting
got
or
to
something
get like
to
a bachelor's degree to run
get
them.
it right, yeah.
So it will be if it's a penalty, it should be a first down still. I don't know why it's second over there on that.
And maybe
Should be a
that's what they're
first and
trying
15.
to fix.
Just hold up your
He's-
finger, just one.
He's spotting it right near the goal line, the goal to go or the line
I
to
didn't even
gain.
see that penalty flag, so that was a.
No, wait.
Now what he's doing?
Where
He's
did
going to tell us something.
So it's 1st and 15.
Yeah, it should
But it
be.
says 2 on the
Yeah,
sticks.
it still says a 2, but that's incorrect.
He needs to just not change it after this play.
So here we go, 1st and 15, and it's going to be a
Harry
handoff to
again.
Krieger up the middle this time. Nearly loses his feet, able to pick himself up for a moment, crosses the 10 to near the 6 or 7 yard line. You'll see they'll put him down about the 7, I think. So decent gain there of 7 yards, 8 yards. They'll put him on.
Tough running right there. Harry's a
we
strong
go.
guy, and he's going to be tough to bring down.
Okay, so they're not changing the 2 over there, so they were hip to it. They were aware.
So
sometimes technology, you need to just go with it.
Just
figure
let
it out.
ride.
Yeah, just go with it.
Under 4 to go here in the first half. 34-0 Warriors, knocking on that door once again with a 2nd down and 8 from the 8. So it would indicate that it's not goal to go.
Empty set right here.
And here we go, back to pass. Kaminsky looking, runs it up the middle, and he's going to be brought down
That's
right
close.
near
He's
the
in.
end zone, and he is in. Couple of Pioneers there to take him down, but just momentum pushing him into the end zone for another Warriors touchdown. So, just delaying the inevitable. They brought that one back that Krieger had run in left side on the penalty, but
Yeah,
a couple
somebody
of plays later, here we go, Warriors.
Somebody
in
up
again.
front owes Harry a touchdown.
Yeah.
They owe him some Dairy
Yeah.
Queen or something tonight.
Yeah, give him a Snickers or something.
But, yeah, good job by Jace rolling out to his
Yeah.
left. He's rolled out to his left a lot tonight, and he's looking. He doesn't see anything, so he just tucks it.
Jace is the holder, so you got to be careful you don't get your fingers kicked.
Yeah, he's held.
There we
He's
go.
held for a long time, and that's another thing. With the quarterback being the holder, you can run
Yeah.
fakes out of that.
Yeah,
so
that's
teams have
true.
to respect that. He could pick that ball up and roll
And
out.
a little safer than being the punter.
Yeah.
And so
bit.
extra
Right.
point is good, 41-0, 3:38 left to go in the first half here on the Wahoo Radio Network.
I want to say thank you to all the sponsors who are part of our broadcast and a part of the Wahoo Warriors Athletic Booster Club. JEO, the title sponsor for tonight's game, will be having an interview with them during halftime. Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Wahoops. Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro Marsh MMA, Titles, Doan, Berkshire Hathaway Home Source, Ambassador Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, and John and Michelle Vibral Family.
The Woodsmith. I love the Woodsmith store. That's my heaven right there. And ironic, the CEO or the president of JEO, Rob Brigham, that is Kip Brigham's dad. So,
Yes.
Small world up here.
Beautiful late August night here for the season opener for the Wahoo Warriors. And a beautiful opener, 41-0 as they are taking it to Nebraska City here in the first half. Are ready to kick it away once again from the Warriors' 40-yard line. 3:38 left to go here in the first half. And line drive kick is going to bounce out of bounds. That'll be a penalty flag.
Did that drop on the goal line?
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
no
right
way.
on the goal line.
No way.
That
I thought it
ball
went out of
dropped
bounds.
right on the goal
Holy
line.
cow. So that was a touchback.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
I need to go to the eye doctor as
That was amazing.
looked like it was going. Yeah, that was incredible. I thought it was going out of bounds.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then it died right there at the goal line. I thought, pick
Wow.
that up or there's going to be a problem. And then it must have just barely rolled in.
Well, my apologies to Mr. Har as he knew what he was doing.
That was about as
That was
perfect
awesome.
of a kickoff as you can do.
I'm not going to lie. That was pretty cool. So here we go. The Pioneers trying to get something going here before halftime. 3:37 left to go in the first half. They trail 41-0 to the home team Wahoo Warriors. And Ferguson back in the shotgun formation. One receiver to either side. With Harker, the running back, at his right. Ferguson fakes right, then goes to the left. He's got a completion out across the 25-yard line. But not a whole lot there as Kip Brigham will get the stop.
He closed in pretty quick. It looked like there was some sort of a broken coverage or something over here because there was nobody around that receiver. But it was a short pass in the flats backside, and that guy caught it and turned around, and Kip was there in a second.
Great name for a wide receiver, Trevor Flash.
There you go.
But Brigham was there in a flash and brings Trevor Flash down after a 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5. One of those bright spots for the Pioneers today as they haven't had a lot, and this time Flash goes down.
Flash was in trouble there because there was dudes all over on that defensive left side towards the jet sweep. They tried running him across the field. He's a fast dude.
Yeah.
But
lose 3
penetration
yards
kills
there.
the jet sweep because all of a sudden you got to change direction, And next thing you know, you got 3 guys on top of you.
Well, exactly. And if you don't have excellent blocking and your line doesn't match up well against the opponent, you're also going to have a struggle as they just work their way through your holes.
All of the above right there. Yeah, it was a good play by the defense.
So here we go. Ferguson in the shotgun again. Clock continues to run.
Jace
2:50 and counting.
playing defense right now.
Wow.
I know he
it
talked
up a little
about
bit.
playing a little bit of defense
Maybe
this
back
year.
to try to get a pick, and Flash
There we go.
will catch it, I believe, but not much there. Nope, they'll say incomplete. Wasn't sure if he caught that or not, but it will be a 4th down and 8 from the Pioneers' 22-yard line, and they're going to have to punt once again.
I believe outside of JV games when Jace was younger, he probably has never played varsity defense since he's been the quarterback. Just because he's a valuable commodity.
Yeah, you just don't want to take chances.
Yeah. And you've got depth. You got other guys that can go out there and do that job. So, but Jace is an athlete. I mean, you got to be prepared to have your best 11 on the field.
They were expecting a deeper pass, and maybe we're trying to get him out there for better hands. But they went intermediate, and it did not work. Punt away by Ferguson near midfield, and it's going to be fielded by the Warriors there with Landon Fye on the carrier and out of bounds, pretty close to the sideline there.
Extra out of bounds
brought down,
action there, but
right
no
in front of the
flag,
Pioneers. So they'll spot him down, around the 31-yard line? Or 26-yard line.
Another short field.
Yeah, it's been the story all night for the Warriors.
And I know there's no necessity here in strategy or anything, but I'm guessing Coach Fox will run the ball and try to end the half just with this situation here.
You would think so, but again, as efficient as the running has been for the Warriors, it may not work
they
very
tried.
well.
They tried a lot of that last year. In Aurora last year, we tried it. We scored like 5 times in about 2 minutes.
Like
but
run around the defender a few times, I suppose.
As soon as Kip touches the ball, it could be gone.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be a handoff to Brigham left side, and he's
And
got plenty of room. Nothing but green and good intentions, and he is in for the touchdown. What an excellent run by Brigham. 26-yard scamper, and he is in to pay dirt.
Well, I need to go buy a lottery ticket tonight then.
You predicted it.
Goodness.
And I think he probably could have run around the defender a couple of times.
Safe. It's a pretty safe bet to make those predictions with such a playmaker.
So what they do,
in
run
the
off
backfield.
like 8 seconds?
Yeah, it was an 8-second drive. Last year we had a lot of those drives because I would make a joke as like, hey, we just had a one-play drive again, and that happened more than you would think would happen. But
well, give the Pioneers credit. Early on, it looked like they were hanging tough, but the Warriors have just put the gas pedal down here in the second quarter. And
I think we've scored –
and it's now
35 points in the second quarter.
Yeah.
I think it was 13-0 maybe going into the second. It was a fairly, back and forth, kind of a cloud of dust type
kind
of game.
Feeling each other out.
And it has since changed dramatically.
And it is changed dramatically as we have a 48-0 lead for the Warriors here with 2:24 left to go in the first half on the Wahoo Radio Network.
And I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuning in. Multiple ways you can do so. And that is on radio now, 99.3 FM within Wahoo. And that will be expanding soon to cover most of Saunders County. And that's KWAB, WahooRadio.com. Also, Saunders County Online. You can listen online or through our YouTube channel. Go to BSDNlive.com. Click on the Warrior link. Or go to Wahoo Public Schools YouTube channel directly. Again, many ways to be able to bring you the Warriors right here. And it is a great day to be a Warrior.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is. And they are just picking up where they left off last year, John.
They really are. We got some scores. Fort Calhoun 36-0 over Arlington. Mount Michael 21-0 over Auburn. That's a big score.
Yeah.
Lakeview 24-2 over Gross. That's an interesting one. Concordia 15-0 over Brownell Talbot. West Point 7-0 over Loganview. Ashland 28-0 at halftime over DC West.
Some big games out there tonight.
Yeah, big games on the east side out here.
And Har has it teed up once again, as he's done so many times here in this first half, with a 48-0 lead for the Warriors.
Oh, and they're holding Cal Bapst.
And down around the 10-yard line is where
and he still got
he'll be taken by the carrier. But, down to around the 20. So Harker is going to pick up maybe 10, 11 yards on the return.
Looks like Calvin and whoever was the left bullet over there got there pretty good. But they were definitely dedicating some attention to Cal as the guy who's been making a lot of plays.
You double team him, and you got somebody else coming unfettered.
Yeah, somebody else coming.
Right? And
I'm trying to
pick
see
your
who
poison,
that
I
is.
guess.
That was Reed nicely over there on the play. So Reed, another guy that's stepping up into a new role.
So the Pioneers running personnel in off the field as Flash came off the field in a flash. And Ferguson's going to be under center with a 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Pitch out. Coming to the left side is Adam Howard.
Great
and
job.
Howard picks up.
Yep.
2
Eli
yards.
Shada setting the edge over there. He just got outside his grasp, but he did a great job of stringing the line of scrimmage out. Even though he didn't make the play, he strung it all out, and then Harry comes flying in to clean up the details.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough situation for the Pioneers. Do we go right? Do we go left? Do we go up the middle? Because no matter which way they go, somebody is there waiting for them. But, the pitches at least give you a chance. If you got somebody that can outrun somebody in that backfield, maybe something opens up. But the Pioneers have not found that. Key quite yet. 1:35 and counting here as the Pioneers with the football. It's going to be a pitch to Harker on the left or right side, and this time he's going to be brought down in the backfield as we've seen a number of negative plays for the Pioneers here tonight as the Wahoo Warriors defense has just swarmed to the football all night long.
Harrison Krieger is all over the field. Harrison and Eli have made a lot of plays tonight. It's tough. It's tough to run on an aggressive, physical defense when your head's kind of down. The game's not going well.
You're getting beat up quite a bit.
We got to open our season against the defending state champs. Clear up in Wahoo. Yeah. Why do we got to drive all the way up to Wahoo? Right. And it's just you'd like a softer landing to the season to start the season out, but it's
that's a tough.
Someone's got to play us first game of the year, and it's a tough matchup.
Timeout's going to be called. I believe it's the Pioneers with the timeout. 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. 48-0.
And I can give you a couple scores if we're not going to go to break here. It looks like more farther out in the western part of the state in God's country, we've got Holdridge 3-0 over Lexington. Sydney 21-0 over Cozad. That's a big game. Minden 22-14 over Adams Central. Milford 20-20 versus Syracuse. Big battle there. Shadron 12-6 over Broken Bow, and Boys Town 28-7 over Wilbur Claytonia. 7-3 Gothenburg over Ogallala, and Louisville 35-0 over Schuyler.
A lot of years that Gothenburg Ogallala, that's a huge matchup. Anytime you throw Broken Bow in that mix.
There's definitely some hitting going on in that game.
Shadron, always a powerhouse out west, and of course you mentioned Sydney.
Yeah, we got O'Neill 35-0 over Valentine. Pierce 14-8 over Auburn. That's a big score.
Yeah.
SCOTUS 28-7 over Aquinas. Big rivalry. 2-0 Wayne over Roncalli at half.
That's a nail biter.
Yeah, that's something. 14-6 Palmyra is beating Falls City. Lincoln Lutheran beating Lincoln Christian in a huge rivalry down in Capital City. And Central City 21-0 over
Ferguson
Ord.
Flushed, but he's able to get the pass off. Deep pass, and it's nearly picked off in and out of the hands of Trevor Galley.
Trevor Galley, wow, stepping in, and he just about had the pick there.
Yeah, nice job there as he did a good job timing his jump even. Is right there. Just, I think that the intended receiver was able to get a hand up there to break that play up, or that would have been a pickoff.
That's a 2 tonight where the intended receiver had to turn into a DB, otherwise it's a pick,
Yep.
Cal Baps had one, and then Trevor Galley had one. So great ball-hawking defense we've seen from the back half, new guys and veterans.
4th and 10 from the Pioneers 22, but they're going to go for it here. Why not at this point? Oh, no, actually, there is somebody back to punt.
They got a different guy
but it's not
punting.
the quarterback now. That's why I was confused.
He's like, I've had enough of that.
Yeah, I'm done.
That's not a bad punt.
No,
it's on the other side of the 50.
Into the Warriors' territory for once.
We're going to be on the negative 38
that was
now.
James Fairbanks with the kick. So 20 seconds left to go, and we'll see if Wahoo's going to try to get something else done here. If they're just going to be content to take this lead into the half.
We're going to take our time and go for a run.
Nobody go to the concession stand just yet.
Yeah, you just never know. Play action pass, wide open.
All it takes is one opening. I don't know. I know Gale Sayers needed 18 inches of daylight. I don't know how many inches of daylight Kip needs, but as long as he can fit through a gap.
It's interesting, though. The worst field position we get all night is the one where we have no time left on the clock.
Well, it looks like they're taking a knee. They're in victory formation before half.
And
they're
there we
just
go.
Warriors taking lead.
calling it good for the half. Amazing
So there
first
we
half.
go. Excellent job all the way around. There was one issue where they roughed the punter on special teams. That's been the one spot. There was a couple times the penalties have brought him back.
Offsides or something on Harry's touchdown there, but then we ended up scoring on that same drive.
But otherwise, they've cleaned up whatever messes they got into, and they have done an excellent job dominating the first half.
Absolutely.
As we go to halftime, the Wahoo Warriors leading the Pioneers from Nebraska City 48-0 as we go to halftime here on the Wahoo Radio Network.
It's game night, and we love bringing you the Wahoo Warriors right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online YouTube, 99.3 FM, Saunders County Online, and WahooRadio.com. Want to say thank you to all the sponsors. Tonight's game sponsor is JEO. I want to say thank you, a special thank you to them. Also, we want to say thank you to all the sponsors, including Wahoo State Bank, Wahoops, First Bank of Nebraska, Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon's Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro Marsh MMA, Titles, Doan, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, and John and Michael Vibro family for all being a part of our broadcast right here of the Wahoo Warriors. It's a great day to be a Warrior. It's game night, and we love bringing you the Wahoo Warriors. It's game night, and we love bringing you the Wahoo Warriors right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online YouTube, 99.3 FM, Saunders County Online, and WahooRadio.com. Want to say thank you to all the sponsors. Tonight's game sponsor is JEO. I want to say thank you, a special thank you to them. Also, we want to say thank you to all the sponsors, including Wahoo State Bank, Wahoops, First Bank of Nebraska, Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon's Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro Marsh MMA, Titles, Doan, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, and John and Michael Vibro family for all being a part of our broadcast right here of the Wahoo Warriors. It's a great day to be a Warrior. Well, we're here at JEO, and they are tonight's game sponsor for the football game as a home opener. Can you believe it is time for that?
I am definitely ready for it.
Yes.
I always love the summer when the kids get out. I always love the fall when they go back.
Yep.
The routine is good.
The routine is good, and so you guys have been tremendous sponsor partners with the Booster Club. Again, and you're at like everything. When I'm there, I see you there.
Well,
so,
that's what happens when you have 5 kids and then a significant other with 3 more kids. And so lots of kids that have been through the system. My late wife was a coach, and so very involved in the school, sat on the school board for a number of years. So, yeah, through all of that, it just ends up being a lot, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's been a great experience.
So you've built this company, and it grows, but home is still here, and this is where your heart is.
Yeah, home is still Wahoo. We're nearing our 90th birthday. Wilmer Johnson, back in 1937, started the company. A lot of family was involved early on, but it just has continued to grow and good things. But yes, Wahoo will always be home.
And so one of the passions, and I know, I don't know how much we can talk about it, is the growth of Wahoo and developing it. I mean, that is a big thing that you guys do right here.
I would say for us that's been a big thing ever since we came into existence. Certainly Wahoo is special just because it is our hometown, but communities throughout the state of Nebraska. And for a long time, we were a lot of smaller communities, and we continue to serve those. Those have not gone away, but over the years have also worked our way into the Lincolns and Omahas, and and not only in Nebraska, but Iowa and Kansas as well, and now starting to move a little bit into South Dakota. But yes, that passion for being there for the communities, take care of their infrastructure needs, and just really be a good partner with them is a huge thing for us.
All right, so the future for JEO is huge. Your partnership in Wahoo, that's just an ongoing thing.
You know, there's a group of us here at JEO that have been here for a long time. A number of us live here. A number of us grew up here. We went to school here, both Newman and public. So there's a lot of passion here. There's something a little extra special for us. And so when we continue to see Wahoo and we can have a hand in helping Wahoo to really grow in a positive way in partnership with the city and all the citizens, it's just hard to beat that feeling.
Yeah, and so that goes into the schools as well, and we see the next generations coming up and the growth of the school, the new high school, the expansion of the middle school, 5th grade moving up.
Yeah.
All these changes, but trying to keep it, again, a place where the kids have the capabilities to try everything.
I think that's so important, and I know it's something my wife and I really tried to instill in our kids. It's something that she and I both experienced, and again, so many of us here at JEO, we were able to be in 3 sports, and the musical, and the band, and the choir, and everything else. And I think, one of the things that I see quite a bit as I hear people moving here from Bennington, Elkhorn, and Gretna, for example, and nothing against those communities. They're great communities. They have great school systems, just so many great things, but people want sort of that old small town feel. And so we see a lot of people coming here from there, as well as Lincoln and Omaha, and a number of other places, because it is a great community. Again, you got 2 great school systems. You've got just so many things that are available to us in addition to being 30 miles away from everything.
Yeah.
And most importantly, like you pointed out, kids have the opportunity to be involved in lots of things. They don't have to pick and choose at an early age like you do in so many other schools. So I think that's been really positive, and we want to continue to be a partner in helping to make that happen.
Well, not only that, but it also has a huge tradition of great activities and athletics. So
yeah, that goes back a long ways, and I've been out of school for 36 years now, and still the stories that come up about game days and of course that 1989 basketball game was something special. I still talk about the Richter Roar, and certainly a prideful thing for me to be able to say, yeah, I was part of that. I wasn't in the game when the main shots were hit, but it's still, I was on that team, and it was a great thing to be a part of, and that whole Wahoo tradition is something special.
So Rob, everybody at JEO, we want to say thank you for being just a very great partner with the Booster Club, with the schools, and everything that you guys do around here.
We're very happy to be, and thank you for all that you do, and the Booster Club as a whole. It's great to see opportunities for kids continue to happen the way that they are here in town.
All right, well, everybody enjoy the rest of the game.
Give it up for the Warrior Marching Band. And now, fans, we'd like to take a moment here to recognize our Booster Club game sponsor for tonight. JEO Consulting Group has been a staple in the Wahoo community for decades. JEO's localized approach creates meaningful solutions for both our school and the community. JEO Consulting Group is a proud partner of the Booster Club and continues to solve today's problems while establishing a foundation for the future of our school and the Wahoo community. JEO Investments grew up in Wahoo and has established roots across the Midwest. As the Wahoo community continues to grow, JEO Investments helps to create and sustain the places that you call home. As professionals and residents of Wahoo, JEO is committed to the prosperity and growth of Wahoo schools and the community. The Athletic Booster Club would like to thank JEO, Rob Brigham, and the rest of the JEO staff for their continued support of Wahoo Public Schools and the greater Wahoo community. Please give a big round of applause for JEO Investments. And now we have one more quick recognition from the Booster Club. We'd like to take a moment to recognize Coach Berry. The Booster Club would like to take this moment to recognize Mr. Robert Berry, Athletic Director here at Wahoo High. Mr. Berry's been an instrumental advocate for the Booster Club, creating a seamless bridge between the Booster Club and school to help provide student athletes in Wahoo Public Schools with numerous amenities not otherwise possible. Between the new scoreboard in the gym, the summer nutrition program, and many other things in between, Mr. Berry has volunteered countless hours to help the Warrior student athletes succeed. Please give a hand and show your appreciation for our athletic director, Mr. Robert Berry.
We do want to say thank you to the Booster Club for doing all the work that they have been doing in bringing in the sponsors and, bringing in those things that help the students be able to have just that much more of the tools that they need to be able to succeed. So again, thank you to the Booster Club, and we'll talk about how you can be a part of that a little bit later on. But we're about ready to start the second half.
That's right, and a nice appreciation there for Coach Berry, our athletic director, best athletic director in the conference. He does a great job. He's at every event. He's the busiest guy you'll ever meet because he's always doing something. Some nights he's at 2 or 3 different events that are here in Wahoo. So we got a lot going on around here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's a super busy guy, and
How long has he been here?
He came to Wahoo originally. He student taught at Wahoo, and then for a year he was a teacher, a special ed teacher at Ashland. And then after a year or so, we got him back. And he coached football here for a lot of years with us, and then he got the athletic director job, and he's done a great job.
And dare I say, he's a towering presence.
He's a towering presence. I believe he has a nickname over the walkie-talkie of Tall Eagle. He is
What is his height?
I think he's 6'7", 6'8", something like that. I know when he walks through a door, he always ducks a little bit because
Probably
he's that
just
big.
A habit. Well, I'm impressed when you look over the records for Wahoo. I mean, going back to '86 and all the state playoffs that they've been a part of. I mean, I've been with some decent teams over the years calling play-by-play, but I mean, Wahoo is a constant year-in, year-out juggernaut, and that is just impressive. It's an honor to be able to be here on the call tonight. But you just look at them; they've barely missed the playoffs in the last 40 years. I mean, it's just amazing how they've been able to put this program together.
It's been incredible. They missed 1 year in 2005, and then my first year at Wahoo 06, when I came over, they decided to make the playoffs every year, which was great. But Coach Fox has been here since this streak basically started in the early 2000s. I think 02 might have been his first year, and I think 02 and 05 might be the only time. And then there was one in like 2014 where we did not make the playoffs.
That's just amazing.
And it's not just we made the playoffs. A lot of years, before we won the title in 2019, we were semifinalists, lost to Norfolk Catholic state champs. semifinalists, lost to Aurora, who had basically an NFL quarterback.
Right.
They were amazing. And then we won it after that. And then we've been knocking at the door, quarterfinals. I mean, you look at quarterfinal appearances, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. Basically every year we're in the quarters, which means we're winning games in postseason. But Coach Fox has just established a consistency, and him and Coach Iverson have been here the entire time. And for a long time, if you can have your offense, your defense, the same guys, the same people using the same terminology, the same guys in the weight room, that expectation just grows over time, and then the beast feeds itself.
Yeah.
I've got a cousin who was a coach at Adams Central. He said, your program is feeding itself now because you've established a culture of winning, and you got good people in charge.
That's huge.
And there's support. We got tons of parental support, tons of community support. The school supports us.
Well, and the younger
It's a great
guys don't
situation.
want to let the older guys down, so it's just more motivation for them as they move forward too. Like we talked about, you don't want to give up that shutout, which they may end up getting a chance to try to stop the shutout tonight.
Yeah.
But you know, that's just it's impressive to be able to put a culture together like that, and how exciting it must be for this Wahoo fan base every year to be able to watch this team and every year have some designs on perhaps another state title or at least a state showing. It's like being a New England Patriots fan when Tom Brady was there. Every year you knew you were going to be in the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, the years when we were making the semis and then we won it in 19, these kids were in elementary school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they remember playing football on the sidelines with each other, messing around during games. A lot of these kids, Jace Kaminsky was, a lot of Josh Fox, those guys were student managers on our team in 19. So they were right there in middle school just absorbing all that culture.
That's awesome. And so here we go, second half underway as the Pioneers will kick it to the Warriors to start the second half. And across the way, coming up with it is Phi. And a pretty good return there. He's going to pick up about maybe 15, 20 yards as he gets near the 40-yard line on an excellent return. And, again, good field position to start here in the second half. And, you know, the Pioneers took the ball in the first half. They received to start the game and then immediately fumbled on their first possession. And Wahoo was able to score quickly. So here in the second half, you know, and just right back to it, trying to slow down this offense as they'll come back out here once again.
Yep. And if you're one of those upper-level guys, those seniors, those important junior starters, you got one series on offense and one series on defense, and then you're probably going to watch the rest of the night.
Yeah, likely so.
This was a broken play right there.
Yep.
I don't know who was ready. The defense wasn't ready, and the offense wasn't ready. But
Kaminsky just kept it and went off to the left side and goes down for a loss.
Those plays can be disastrous if the quarterback, you know, gets the ball snapped by him or something like that. But Jace is a commander of the offense there. He knows what's going on, and so he just condensed the nonsense and just tried to get what he could get, and let's move on to second down.
And obviously, you know, this game well in hand, but you don't want to open any door for any opponent at any time. And, you know, maybe it won't catch you here, but somewhere down the road, you know, coach is going to want to make sure we're not making those kind of mistakes.
Right.
So here we go. Now it's going to be looks like nice run up the right side. I think
Kristen
that was
on a
Cade
jet
Kristen.
sweep.
Yeah, jet sweep coming around the right side, and that was a couple of different guys down there that could have gone to almost like an option setup, and Kristen gets the call and able to pick up a good piece of that yardage back. Makes it about a 3rd and 4, so much more manageable here than it was a moment ago.
I'm not sure how much of the playbook is getting opened up tonight, but we, you know, we've seen some jet sweeps, we've seen some zone reads, we've seen, you know, a handful of kip, a little bit of rolling out from Jace, but all those plays by the end of the season will have complements off each other.
Yeah.
There'll be jets, there'll be options going the other way.
Hand off to Brigham right up the middle, and he's got so much room. There is nobody going to catch him. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Brigham.
55 yards.
And he got through that first line of resistance just up the middle. There was nobody there.
Nobody.
He barely had to dance through, and there was not a defender that was going to come anywhere near him.
The one safety that was kind of there was just kind of like, I'm not catching you, buddy.
I'm not doing that.
You're
hey, I'm going to watch you run.
Just take it. I got nothing for you. Yeah, it's
what a great run by Brigham. That is great running. Like a cherry on top, just to show you the power and the speed and the ability, the skill that the Warriors possess.
You know, and a lot of times we've had really a run. If you go look at the All-State board in there, there's a ton of running backs that have been All-State for Wahoo. But something that Kip does that some guys Some guys are power guys and some guys are speed guys, but Kip's both.
Yeah.
Kip outruns everybody. Now, I think there was a kid from Central City in the finals last year that actually was kind of able to keep up with him. But still, in the third quarter, nobody's keeping up with him because he just keeps it coming and keeps coming. And when you wear down your opponent, mentally, physically, and everything else, there's just not much they're going to be able to do.
How do you recover from something like
right,
this?
exactly.
Yeah.
If you're on Nebraska team, this is your kicking off your season. You had a scrimmage last week, but try to warm up. It can only go uphill from here for them.
Correct. Yeah, they've seen probably the toughest team that they could see all season, and so next week they could improve. They come back, and then and their schedule last year, I think they rattled off several games where they were having close games at the end. They've got rivalries with Syracuse and Auburn and all those games. So those are the big games that Nebraska City will have later. We've got our rival next week, so it'll be a war in Ashland next week.
And that happened early last year too, didn't it?
Yeah, second game of the year. Ashland was a close game the whole night.
I have a feeling it's going to go a lot like that, and that's a home game for them too. So
it's a huge
Wahoo's
game.
going to have to use this hopefully as a good tune-up to get ready for next week.
The C1 game of the week will be in Ashland
be
next
awesome.
week because two teams.
You'll want to have it right here for sure.
Head-on collision.
Here's the kick. Hart gets it away straight down the right side, and it's bobbled as picked back up over there by Harker, but he is going to really rue that delay as the masses got to him quickly after that initial drop. Kind of hit him right in the numbers, went on the ground. He picked it up, avoided complete disaster, but only got about 5 yards for his effort. They'll spot the ball, it looks like around the 16, 17-yard line.
And a couple of things, it's always great when you're kicking off a lot. That's obviously a good sign. But the kickoff coverage team has been really good tonight. I think the very first one we kicked off, we had a little issue over here on the Nebraska City side where we lost a lane or something. And they had, a 15-yard gain or so. But other than that, they haven't had anything in the special teams department, which has been a really a bright spot.
We do have the running clock going, under 9 minutes to play and counting here in the third quarter. As the Pioneers back into nearly taken away from the receiver.
Is that a backwards pass?
I don't know if that was a backwards pass. If so, they're going to say incomplete. That was awful close.
Yeah, the teammates were coming in telling Jace Stayskull, run, because if that's backwards, that's live.
Exactly, and Flash was the intended receiver there from Ferguson, and that was awful close. Flash in and out of his hands, and nearly the defender almost took it away from Flash in the air, and that would have just been an interception. But they will call it an incomplete pass. So, again, crisis averted there for the Pioneers, and it sets up 2nd and 10 from their own 17.
Yeah, we didn't have much of an angle. It actually happened in the championship game last year. They threw a backwards pass, and everybody was just kind of like, what's going on? And somebody picked it up and ran it back, and that was a big score in the game.
Clock continues to run near 8 minutes. Pioneers. Ferguson back to pass. Long pass up the middle, and he's got a receiver.
Great
stretches
catch.
Out and makes that catch. Beautiful job. Is that Harker there? And Harker, who's been a big weapon for the Pioneers here tonight offensively, with a great catch as he puts every inch of his frame up into the air and brings that down on his fingertips.
Yeah, he had Logan Kelly right there too, and it was a well thrown and well caught play by them.
First down and 10 at the 40 will be immediately bottled up as they try a running play up the middle, and the Warriors not having any of that business.
Yeah, the biggest play of the night for the Pioneers there, but I think we're going to start seeing a trickle of young guys starting to creep in. I know we're on our first series of defense, but
and this running clock makes things go really fast too. We're already almost halfway through this third quarter.
Does, yeah. Yeah, the next time we get the ball might be a couple minutes
almost
left in the quarter. Yeah.
So here go the Pioneers, 2nd down and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Haven't been on the Warriors side of the field very much tonight. Pass is intended for.
Wow, that was close to an interception.
Harker, I believe, was the intended
man. The professor over there on the coverage, Cody Hesser, just about got an interception over there.
Yes, he did. And that's been it. There's no easy plays tonight for the Pioneers.
Great break on the ball over there by Cody, playing his first ever snaps of corner and defense on a football game.
I tell you, this guy, Brandon Harker, is going to be a sore man tomorrow. Boston Harker, rather, is going to be a sore man tomorrow. He has done a lot for the Pioneers here tonight, but he has paid for it a number of times as well.
He's had a lot of guys pressuring him all night, and the punting situation has not been good.
So we got a man to the left, 2 to the right for the Pioneers. Back in the shotgun is Ferguson. One back set, looks to pass,
Ooh,
has a long
Jiminy
pass down the middle.
Christmas.
That one will
Cal
be picked
Baps
off.
with the pick, and
Yep.
oh my
and
goodness.
there was nobody near him that time.
Parker took a shot from
Oh yeah, Harker
from
still down. In
Stayskull
fact.
and Eli Shada. They just met at the quarterback right as he was
Oh, that was
throwing it.
Ferguson rather. Yeah, the quarterback back there, and
Yeah, the
yeah, he is
quarterback.
still writhing on the ground. He
threw
got
a,
hit.
He threw a
hard.
good deep ball, but
Yeah, it was a good pass.
Calvin Baps jumped up there and made a play on it, got a turnover, and the quarterback really paid for that one.
Yeah, do you think his wind knocked out of him kind of thing?
I'm sure he got
the
sandwiched, so I'm sure it
contact?
was a hard shot, and he might be gasping for some air over there. Hopefully he's not injured.
Yeah, I was looking downfield at the interception, so I missed the hit, but yeah, they're taking off his helmet trying to get him some air.
And it was right as he let go.
Was it?
Yeah, so, you're kind of vulnerable out there. You're
Wow.
extended. You're throwing it as hard as you
and
can.
then just boom.
And he got hit from both sides because there was a lot of pressure on him. But props to him for delivering that ball. He threw it right 30
Beautiful
yards down the
pass.
field. And
Just a little over the head of his intended
Yeah,
target, and
and
Baps was there like he's
Baps
been
made
all night long.
Yeah, he made the same break that he made earlier in the night, but he was able to pull that ball down. As earlier, the receiver kind of fought it off of him, but
Ferguson's still on the ground as they're attending to him down on the field. But now it looks like they're going to help
There
him
we
sit
go.
up. That's a good sign.
and if you're looking for kind of a sneaky MVP tonight, Cal Baps has been all over the field. He
his
caught a
name
touchdown.
number of times.
He's got a bunch of tackles on special teams. He's got nearly an interception. Then he did get an
There we
interception.
go. Ferguson back on his feet. Great.
There we go. That's a good
awesome
deal.
to see.
That's a good sign.
Yep, and he's walking on his own power, so let's hope it was
I'm
just that he
guessing,
got the wind
yep.
knocked out of him, because, man, that could just set
that-
you back, too.
Oh, you don't want your starting quarterback to go down. He
Oh,
is
no.
kind of favoring his right side a little bit,
Yeah. Hard hit there.
but a hard shot there, and it's good to see him walking off. Hopefully he'll be okay for – he
Well,
might have got a stinger. I see him kind of flexing
yeah.
his right hand there a little
We'll
bit.
see if he's going to return to action here tonight or not.
You want the
Maybe
defense
not.
to step up a little bit to give them a little bit of time.
Yeah, exactly. As the Wahoo Warriors now set up with, again, pretty decent field position on their own side of the field, but at the 38-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 from there. 5:38 and counting here in the third quarter. 55-0. The Warriors in control of this ball game. And a new quarterback out there, Logan Kelly, under center this time for the Warriors. And it's a handoff up the right side.
And after Micah Hardy. Yeah.
So you're right. New guys getting in here a little bit now.
Yep. Micah's a new student. Came to us from across town last year from Bishop Newman, and
Check
he
that
came out for football
Instantly
this
a
year.
first down.
And he makes a nice run on his
Nice
first
work.
carry.
But that actually goes something I was thinking about earlier was in a town the size, just barely knocking on the door of 5,000 population, you have two schools
Yeah.
that are powerhouses.
Constantly.
Yeah, it's kind of an
Absolutely.
iron sharpen iron situation. It really is, because
Just a good sign of the community.
there's a
Hand
lot
off
of
to Hardy
tradition.
this time, left side. He skirts around one defender,
There
is
we
able
go.
to pick up a few more. Looked like high contact over there, no flag. Almost looked like it could have been a
horse
face
collar,
mask
just
situation
about.
or a horse collar, exactly. But Hardy goes down apparently clean, and he'll pick up about 2 or 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and our friends across town, Bishop Newman, are having a battle with Norfolk Catholic right now,
Oh,
14-14.
Another powerhouse. Holy cow. There
Yeah.
are so many good teams out
They're
in this
playing
part
up
of the
there on the
state.
turf in Norfolk, and
But yeah, just the thing with Wahoo here, like you mentioned, not a huge population, but man, in and out every year.
that
just,
was that's a rematch of the state championship game from C2 last year. Two really good teams. Connor Booth, their running back, is now at Nebraska.
another
which
handoff
shows
for
you
the Warriors.
Kind of the level that they were playing at last year. So we got a lot of young dudes out there.
That one, I think,
was
goes to
Reed
Evan
Nicely,
Reynolds.
maybe, or Evan Reynolds running the ball.
I believe so, but so third down now as it's a pickup of about 3, so 3rd and 4. Again, running clock as we are just scooting right through this third quarter. 3:40 and counting.
This
As
is where
I'm
having
sure
the
Wahoo's
roster.
not going to be in huge hurry.
This is where having the roster nailed to the wall here is going to help, because we got a lot of
Right.
young faces out there. We need to
That's
figure out who's
exactly
coming
right.
in the game here.
You don't just want to call out numbers. That's
Yeah.
not very personal. And a handoff once again. Nothing there as the Pioneers are swarming to the ball now.
That was
with some of
Evan.
the younger guys in.
Evan Reynolds, a young guy, getting the carry there.
Stopped up at the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss of about 2. Sets up a 4th down and 6 now.
Loss on the play will bring up 4th down and 6.
So we'll see if we.
And what's tough is, what do you do here? I mean,
Yeah.
they haven't even had a JV game yet, so they really don't have maybe special teams established yet, unless they're going to send in a punt unit.
Well, I don't
But
see
it
a punter
doesn't-
coming out there.
It's one of those deals where at this point in the game, if they don't have a punt unit ready to go, they want to send their varsity punt out there. They don't want somebody getting hurt, so they're just going to
Yep. There we
run a
go.
play and then play some defense.
Yep, there we go. And then you have to try to continue to protect that shutout.
That's right.
So here we go. We'll see if they can make something happen on 4th down and 6. High snap and over
Look
to
out.
pass is Logan Kelly. And
Pressured from behind there from the backside by number 22. And the
And
Pioneers get a stop. They
there
get a
we go.
turnover on downs, which is,
so
a
some
bright spot
positive
for
light there for him, yeah.
their defense right there.
And regardless, you could say, well, they're bringing the younger guys in, et cetera, but, this is a challenge for those younger guys to be able to step it up and show the coaches that they can hang with, some of the starters from the other team. And
Absolutely.
we'll see what they bring on defense here as the Pioneers set up 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Talk about bright spots, one of the best field positions they've seen on the night as well.
Yeah. And we got all young dudes out there right now. So this is our younger crew out there, and this is their opportunity to step up and hold that shutout.
And there is a new quarterback into the game for the Pioneers as expected. That is Gavin Aldana. He is a freshman, so the young guy getting a rep. And now it looks like they're going to bring – no, he's coming back in, Aldana. It looked like they were already switching him out, but Aldana will stay in the game. So the freshman getting a chance here tonight as Ferguson goes down hard on that last series for the Pioneers, and it looks like his night is over. Like you said, though, Johnny, it looked like he was maybe shaking out his arms a little bit, like he may have gotten a stinger or something, so you definitely don't want to take any chances with any
No,
of
and
that.
that's a good sign that isn't a long-term type of injury.
Aldana flushed out of the pocket, throws
a
it
nice
up
throw
the
there.
middle, and I believe that was a completion.
Hey, got about 6 or
Just
7 yards
across
the
midfield stripe. So Parker there with the catch.
So really what we're watching right now is a year or two down the road.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're watching the future of our program right here. We're watching these young guys run around out there, and a couple years ago we were watching some of those guys that won it last year doing the same thing. And these types of games are great opportunities for young kids to put a name out there, earn a JV spot, maybe get some varsity playing time.
Waning moments of the third quarter here. 10 seconds and counting. Back to pass. Aldana's got a man open across the 45, still dancing towards the 40. That is Boston Harker with the catch and carry. He's got a first down, and that will end the third quarter. Still all business here for the Wahoo Warriors, but, well, now we've got another Pioneer down on the field. Pioneers showing some signs of life here, and that's Boston Harker. So another guy the Pioneers do not want to lose.
He's had a busy night. He's been in on a lot of plays tonight.
And it looks like, did he get back up?
He did.
Yep, he did. He
He's
popped
kinda
up. So that's
walking
it.
off the
Third
field,
quarter
but-
ends 55-0 here on the Wahoo Sports Network.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say how much you want your older guys in on a game like this at this point. You don't want anybody.
It's game night, and we love bringing you the Wahoo Warriors right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online YouTube, 99.3 FM, Saunders County Online, and WahooRadio.com. Want to say thank you to all the sponsors. Tonight's game sponsor is JEO. We want to say thank you, a special thank you to them. Also, we want to say thank you to all the sponsors, including Wahoo State Bank, Wahoops, First Bank of Nebraska, Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon's Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro Marsh MMA, Titles, Doan, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, and John and Michael Vibro family for all being a part of our broadcast right here of the Wahoo Warriors. It's a great day to be a Warrior. Welcome back to Wahoo Warrior football on the Warrior Sports Network, Saunders County Online, BSDN Live.
Wow. Holy cow.
Somebody
Basically
got
a rock
slammed.
bottom given to Boston Harker over there as he tries to run the football and found that was a big mistake.
Colton
Dropped for a
Nutzman.
loss of about 2, and that was a hard tackle.
Younger brother of the Graham Nutzman, formerly of my homeroom, playmaker on last year's team.
Is he a tough kid?
He
Because
is
you
a
you
tough
beat up
kid.
your little brother
His
enough
brother
and they get tough.
Has to be tough if he was the Nuts' younger
Right.
brother. You always say like the younger brother is always tougher, right?
Yeah, you got to be.
And I'm sure Graham taught him well.
And they don't want to give up the shutout either. 2nd down and 12 from the 44-yard line of the Warriors. Pioneers trying to make something happen here. Harker will dance his way through the middle of the field. He's got some room
Come on,
across
boys.
the 35 to the 30 and still working down near the 20-yard line as Boston Harker showing that he does have some skills.
They're knocking on the door
And
here. Big
talk
play.
about tough. Boston Harker has taken some pretty serious shots in this ball game, and he is still doing some good work for the Pioneers, and that is going to set up a 1st down and 10 from the 18, and this is the closest to getting on the scoreboard that the Pioneers have been tonight, and they do not want to go away empty-handed.
Yeah, you're looking for a bright spot, coming out, a really rough first half,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just looking for something you can say, all right.
Well, and just to be able to score on these guys would be a feather in the cap for sure.
Right. We have some success. We can build off of this. Next week, new opponent.
Aldana under center once again for the Pioneers. 1st and 10, 18-yard line.
Go
Has
get
a
it, go
pass
get
up
it,
the
go
right
get it.
side and just in front of the intended receiver. Falls to the turf. Incomplete.
Griffin Hancock on the coverage over there. Young guy out there.
Right with him, step for step. And that was Boston Harker out there. That guy is going to be tired and sore tomorrow. He
Yeah.
has been all over the field for the Pioneers tonight.
That's a tough assignment to, as a young guy, to come into the game and all of a sudden you've got their best receiver across from you.
Yeah, he's a
and,
junior, but
Yeah.
yeah. Here we go. 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to move. 9:35 and counting. 55-0. Wahoo with the lead, but the Pioneers trying to get something done here on this drive. Nice, beautiful pass by Aldana.
Oh, wow.
And that was right in
Wow.
the hands of the intended receiver, Harker. You could not find a prettier pass in the NFL. Aldana showing
That was a
he's got an
beautiful
arm.
throw.
You want to talk about the future. If this is who Nebraska City's got coming up, teams better watch out in Class C1 because that was a pretty pass.
That was nice. And we had a guy right there.
Picture perfect.
Evan Reynolds was right there, but
Yeah.
it was right over the top of Reynolds' hands, and that receiver high-pointed it, and it probably hit the top couple digits of his fingers.
Yep.
Otherwise,
Harker had it dead to rights.
they get off the snide there.
Freshman
But
Aldana put it right where it needed to be.
2 downs here. Let's make
Here
it
we
play.
go. So dodging a bullet there are the Warriors. 3rd down and 10 from the 18-yard line. 8:40 and counting. Pioneers set a man in motion. Back to pass again is Aldana looking, surveying his options, goes up the middle, and it's nearly
Did he
picked
catch it?
off. I'm not sure if he got it or
Oh,
not.
he
Oh,
did
he
catch
did.
it.
Holy cow. It looked like one of the Warriors had gotten a hand on it for a moment there, but it does fall into the hands of the receiver.
There was a lot of blue around the ball,
Yeah.
and what a
I don't
he
know how they
threw
didn't get a
threw
hand
needle
on
right
that.
there. I don't know where that ball was intended, but he threw it right between several defenders, and that's a pretty great throw.
He was mowing the grass with that one, too. It was
And the
right.
receiver,
Oh,
There's
wait a minute.
flag.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, goodness gracious. Hold the phone, folks. Oh, my goodness. The Pioneers,
Must have had a
Wow.
holding call on the pass rush right there. but
that's unfortunate. And I mean, it's
That's
understandable considering what comes through that line every time. But, man, that is a killer. They had 2 beautiful passes. That one goes, and it was finally, we're on the scoreboard. And then just
Right.
like that, we're looking at a 3rd and 20. That is
And-
heartbreaking.
Yeah. 2
So-
really terrific plays in a row.
Yeah.
And
This
even-
quarterback looks good. I'm not going to lie.
yeah, even if
The Pioneers
even if
gonna
this
take a
drive
timeout.
doesn't turn out to be anything, whatever happens here, they can really hang their hat on
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple of really nice plays by the quarterback and receiver there.
Yeah, the freshman Aldana with a couple of beautiful passes so far since
Yeah.
he came out.
If he's their JV quarterback, then
Yeah,
they've got
right.
some really cool They got a really nice
It's almost
arm.
like I'm
for
surprised
the
the
young
quarterback even wanted to unveil, or the coach even wanted to unveil him.
Yeah.
Like, we got to hide this guy.
Guys. Yeah.
Coach Birdham sending him out there, and he's looked pretty good so far.
But you're looking for any sort of silver lining in the cloud tonight, and really that has been a bright spot. And the play of the Harker kid, tough, making lots of catches, lots of runs. He's been good.
Well, and the quarterback Ferguson for the Pioneers, you give him some credit. He fought really hard. He was hanging in there tough, but really, punting as well as being the quarterback, had one hit early on, got hit a few times while he was back in the pocket too, and huge hit on that last drive, so he got knocked out. And we don't
a beating, yeah.
really know what shape he's in, but it's good to see that at least they've got somebody coming up.
I don't see him down on the sideline.
I didn't see him from the beginning. I think they took him.
Oh, he's standing there.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
With the headband on, yeah.
Yep, there he is. I didn't see him before either, so.
It's good that he's,
Absolutely.
appears to be, not significantly hurt, and you don't want to
absolutely not
risk your varsity starter.
Aldana going in motion, and it is going to be picked off this time. Intended for Harker, but Harker too far out there. Short pass.
Lane Peterson.
Wow.
There we go.
And
nice
the
job
Warriors hold on to the shutout at least for now, as Aldana, decent pass there, but just a little bit short of the intended target Harker, as he had moved past the defensive back, and Aldana just not able to get enough air underneath it, and it is going to be picked off by the Warriors.
Oh, great job by the young guys preserving the shutout so far. Doing
I'm
a
sure
good job.
The seniors and juniors over there are happy to see that.
Uh-huh.
And the young guys are happy to see that too.
Yeah, we get to play some offense now.
Exactly.
Here we go.
So here we go. Running clock continues. 7:40 and counting in the ball game. 55-0. The Wahoo Warriors in full control.
Do we have a 7-minute drive in us right now? That's the question.
Well, we'll find out in a moment.
If we can get a first down.
So Logan Kelly back on the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff up the right side. Maybe 2 or 3 yards on the carry. And I didn't see, who was that?
Number 29, Evan Reynolds.
There we go.
This
Evan Reynolds, okay. He
this
had the ball.
as a former coach, this is a crazy time to be on the sideline because every kid wants to get in, and you're scrambling. Okay, we need a left guard. Who's the left guard? And then every kid says they're a left guard,
Yeah, right.
And every kid says they're a fullback. So
just put me in, coach.
That's why these guys have a depth chart that looks like a spreadsheet, because it is a spreadsheet, but they have a depth chart for every level, reserve, JV, so that in situations like this,
some motion.
Situations like this, they can say, all right, when we're on defense, Coach Shader, whoever's over there on the sideline will say, all right, you're going in at offense on line. So it's chaotic. And then in the middle of a drive like this, you might throw a guard in every other play, or you might throw a tackle in, or you'll look around and go, who hasn't got in? And
that's what's important, too, about that reloading theory, because if your guys are getting in most of the second half of all these ball games, because they're blowouts, they're getting tons of game time experience in every single game. And this one's going to be a handoff up the right side. There's some room across the 25, 30, 35, 40, and plenty of room.
Micah Hardy with the burst of speed.
Run, and Hardy up near the 40-yard line, and that just goes to show you, waiting in the wings, so much more talent for these Warriors.
Micah is an athlete.
Run.
He currently has our vertical jump record at 37.4 inches, so the kid is an athlete.
6 foot, 170 pounds.
He's a
junior.
tall kid, and he can run.
Look at that 1-2 punch, though, between him and then Evan Reynolds, 6'2", 170. Holy cow, that's how do you match up against those two?
And Evan's a younger brother. His older brother Carson was.
Here we go, left side.
There's Reed nicely.
And across the 45, 50 into Pioneers territory. And again, Reed nicely done there, Reed. All right, I won't ever say that
He's
again.
He's probably heard that one.
Oh, I imagine. It's probably like, dude, think of something new.
Somebody's relative of Reed on the stream is going, really?
Yeah. Why? Why, dude? Well, my last name's Reed, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Gave him some credit.
Oh, these are great kids, and it's good to see them out there getting opportunities to play and make their mark. Get your name in the paper type of situation.
Oh, sure.
And on a
get to be
blowout
a celebrity
game,
for a week.
You get to you're out here on Friday night. The lights are on.
Oh, what a beautiful night!
It's a wonderful.
And Kelly with the handoff. Ball on the ground, and the Pioneers are saying they've got it. We'll see what the officials say, and they concur.
Yep.
Wow, ball on the ground, and the Pioneers picking up the turnover just across midfield. So they'll start in their own territory, but at the 47-yard line. And
poked it out
Yep.
there. Micah was
alert play by the defense.
Zone read across the formation there, and now we got a 4-minute situation.
Well, and
Can the
sometimes
young
when
guys
you're
bow up?
speedy and talented, you're just looking towards that end zone and what's coming down there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you take your eye off that ball, but that's just another lesson, as you come up.
Yep.
And you'll start to figure that out. Just ask the Huskers.
That's right. Fast guys running. Next thing you know, where's the ball? You know?
I've got to have that.
Let's see if we can keep this quarterback from slinging it all over the field.
Pioneers back in business. Aldana, left side of the field, and that one going nowhere over the head of the intended receiver.
Tyree Goins on the coverage. You want to talk about an athlete. Tyree Goins on the coverage, 6'2", 185.
Oh, wow.
Tremendous athlete.
Well, there is some good size on some of
Multi-sport
these
guy,
kids.
baseball guy. He catches that ball, he's gone. That's good to see
3:45
Tyree
and counting now. Wahoo trying to preserve that shutout, start things off on a great start here with a 55-0 lead. The Pioneers, however, would love to at least scratch that scoreboard before they head home. Aldana, huge pass left side. It's an arc, and it is.
Did you catch that? Wow.
Complete. Wow.
What a catch.
Excellent
The number 13.
job.
Wow. That was impressive. Carter Hoyle.
There we go.
That's a senior out there.
Yeah, and excellent. Just in the midst of all of those blue jerseys, too, was able to keep his concentration and bring that ball in for the long.
Yeah, it's not like he got behind a bunch of freshmen
14,
out there playing defense. We had guys around him, and that was just an amazing throw and catch.
38-yard pass and catch.
Yeah. So now we're backed up again,
Here we
young
go.
guys. Let's go. Let's see if we can save this shutout here.
And Aldana and
Keep the
company
older
had it
guys
down here
happy.
last time. We'll see what can be done. Last time it ended with a turnover, and I'm sure that Wahoo is hoping for the same result here. 2:40 and counting. Pioneers on the move. And here we go. Aldana looking, rolling to the right, has a man in the end zone and just overthrows him that time.
He had a couple of guys
looking
he had
for
a couple
Harker.
of guys, but
yeah, he was open in the end zone there, but Aldana maybe just trying to be overly cautious and just sails it a little bit long out of the back of the end zone.
yeah, our future opponent, 48-0 win over Douglas County West tonight. So there will be a battle,
equal
a brewing
results
next
apparently.
Friday.
Well, so now if they knew that, they would really be trying to pitch the shutout because they don't want to, give them any ups.
Exactly.
Under 2 minutes to play, though. Wahoo trying to hold on here. 55-0, second down and 10 from the 14-yard line as Aldana in the shotgun, looking to the right. Lets one go again, and that one in pressure, and it's a fight between the DB and the wide receiver, and they're going to say it's Wahoo football.
Nice.
Just took it away from the receiver.
He just took it away. Tiger Bardick
fought it away and got the possession. The
Tiger
5'8",
baby,
150-pound sophomore showing some muscle.
Tiger Bardick.
Did he take it away from that from Harker?
Is that who the intended receiver was?
Yeah.
Took it away from their senior
sophomore
leading
took
receiver.
it away from their biggest playmaker. That was amazing.
It looked initially like it was going to be a tied-up ball, which would have gave it to the
Talk about
receiver.
being a celebrity for a week.
Tiger, man. He learned up to his
Wow.
name there. He
Tiger
ripped that
Bartek.
thing out of there. Now we got 1 minute. We
coming
cannot
up huge.
We cannot get a safety here, boys. We're on like the 2-yard line.
Wahoo just needs to hold on to the football and clear some space there from the end zone. And
this will be the last.
there it is, handoff, left side.
Nice
Kelly,
run.
or no, actually, yeah,
That's
that is Micah Hardy.
again. Good job, Micah. He fumbled that last run, and now he's right back on it.
Build his confidence back.
Getting that confidence back up, and he got us out of the shadow of our own end zone.
Yeah, 29-yard line, this one.
That basically means,
maybe
depending on when they blow the whistle, maybe done.
27-26, yeah.
He'll
may
run.
Just be able to end it.
They might run one play here to
just make it official.
I think it's Lane in the backfield.
What
22
an effort
maybe.
by Wahoo here tonight, though. 14-13, and it's going to be a handoff up the right side. That should be the final play of the game unless the Pioneers want to call a timeout for some wacky reason. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is it, Wahoo fans. Your Wahoo Warriors come up with a huge victory here tonight, and the shutout preserved as you've got a 55-0 final to start off the 2025 football campaign.
Great job. I mean, how many interceptions did we have tonight? The young guys had 2 over here.
Yeah.
We had, Cal had 1, Logan Kelly had 1, I think.
Twice. The Pioneers had it in the red zone, and the young guys shut it down.
The young guys bowed up. How impressive is that? Coach Iverson, the defensive coordinator, has got to feel really, really good about this effort, because a lot of times you got a bunch of new starters, week 1, you don't know how they're going to react, and really I didn't see a lot of breakdowns. I'm sure the film will show some that guys will work on. The coaches will watch film tonight, tomorrow morning, Sunday, and
great full team effort, though.
We've got a really good Ashland team that we're going to meet down in Ashland next week, and it'll be the C1 game of the week for sure.
Both teams are going to have high confidence going into that one.
It will be your typical Wahoo Ashland brawl. So
looking forward to that one.
It'll be fantastic.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. You've done a great job, and again, it's a great day to be a Warrior. We want to say thank you to the sponsors. The game sponsor for tonight's game is JEO. Also, we want to say thank you to sponsors for the Booster Club, including Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Wahoops, Rivalry, UBT, Retire Path Advisors, Simon Home Store, Woodsmith Construction, Inspro, March, MMA, Titles, Doan, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Ambassador Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Scooters, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Dan and Linda Hardy, Wahoo Dental Associates, and John and Michelle Vibro Family. Again.
You know what, Kelly? I got one more thing to say.
It's
a great day to be a Warrior, like we always say. But you know what? Tonight is a special night for a couple people. One of them is Coach Satoka. It's his birthday tonight.
Yeah.
And my wife, Vicky, it's her birthday tonight.
Nice.
So happy birthday to her, Vicky.
I was going to give you that opportunity
Happy
earlier.
birthday.
Yep.
I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. So
good job.
Great job.
Got off the couch.
Great start to the Warrior football season as we attempt to defend our state championship. And next week will be an incredible battle.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch this team compete throughout this season, that's for sure.
So a lot of great coverage. The next thing that we'll be broadcasting will be on Tuesday. And it's actually 2 events going on, so I will split myself in half. It's going to be softball and volleyball, both going to be played at home. And then we're looking forward to more activities and events, and, of course, heading down to Ashland for the big game. That one is going to be massive.
Fun. Yeah.
Are we going to get to get into the Ashland game, Kelly? Are they going to let us?
I believe they do.
We'll be on top of the press box. It'll be snowing.
We might be sitting in the back of a pickup in the north end zone.
Been there.
That's why we bring in the scaffolding and forklifts.
Yeah,
and stuff
bring in
like
the truck with the tower on it.
Yeah, exactly.
The big setup. Yeah,
we'll bring in the tree trimmers and away we go.
Yeah.
So again. Well, Michael, John, I'm Kelly Johnson, and you've been listening on 99.3 FM, Saunders County Online, WahooRadio.com, and, of course, on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online YouTube, and BSDN Live. Continue to follow along, and if you have any questions, you can certainly contact us about being a part of the Athletic Booster Club that continues to provide not only the stream, but more great events and activities for the students. And again, it's a great day to be a Warrior.
Absolutely.